What's going on, folks? What the business is? Here we are, folks. The three-man podcast. Yes. Yes, sir.
Back
Yes, sir.
again, baby.
Dun, 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 dun. Yes, man. What's going on, Max?
We got to come in. We got to come in one time on some temptation shit. Be like, boom, 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 boom.
He be clowning. He be clowning, man. What's up, Max? What's up, man?
Hey, man, I'm doing good. Dragon can hit us with the blue, with the back in the day. People said Papa had 2 kids and a dog, but why? I'm doing good, y'all.
Man.
I'm doing great. How are you, Dragon? Well, I know Dragon's doing good over there, but how are you?
Hell yeah, I'm great.
We chilling, man. I'm waiting on my food is done, so I'm about to eat again. I was on here earlier, did a podcast, was eating on that one. I'm gonna eat on this one too. Shit, fuck it.
Let's think. Sean about to eat second dinner before he work out.
Yeah, man. I got to, bro. I got to, man. So what? So man, what's crazy is there's a lot of shit going on, man, out here, man. Shit's crazy, dude. Like, you got folks now saying there's some type of, like, Coach Greg Adams was talking about some conspiracy now going on with the New World Order. Now they're saying that now they are trying to legalize prostitution in Chicago, in Illinois. They've already proposed a bill in Illinois for prostitution to be legal, and it is because, as Coach Greg Adams said, the alphabet community is pushing, more for freedom, all that. They're pushing for it because
sexual freedom,
sexual deviancy.
Yeah.
You cannot make this shit up.
You can't.
let them. I have to see. Want to hear something? I have no problem of them doing it, but you get what you vote for, and
yes, sir.
I don't want to hear nobody complaining. And if people do complaining, I'm gonna hit you with the Dave Chappelle. You can shut the fuck up with the mic, with the 5 microphones in my face, nigga. Get what
Pretty
you
much.
Pretty much, man. Ask for it, though.
Does not surprise me, man.
To the ladies who might be listening, if you think men don't respect you now,
just wait.
Let they legalize prostitution. I guarantee you couldn't even smell a dick if you wanted.
Who you telling, bro? Dudes is gonna just stop even dealing with chicks, regular chicks. It's gonna be since they want it transactional anyway. There's so many women out here now just cool with it being transactional. Yep. I want some food. I got a dude take me to just go get some good to eat. I got a dude that fixes my car. I don't give him no pussy. I'm just gonna let him fix my car. I got a dude that does my lawn work. I got a dude that takes me shopping and gets me bags. And these just the baddies being able to do this. And sometimes not even baddies, because we all know simps are known to shoot up, but they look like they're shooting down. Because like, damn, shawty, you paying all this money for this foe over here you fucking with?
That's hilarious.
Yeah, man. Hey, I remember my simping days, bro. Before I woke up and shit. Before I stop worshiping the black woman. Oh, the black woman is God. My black woman is God.
Mm-hmm.
Back in my simp days, nigga. Yeah.
Your Dr. Umar days, huh?
Goddamn right, bro. Hey, you want to hear something funny, bro? I donated to Dr. Umar Johnson. That's why I'm so hard on his ass, nigga. I'm like, man, where the fuck is my money, nigga?
What we looked at last night, big bro?
Yeah, nigga. Man. I'm like, where the fuck is my money, nigga?
Y'all motherfuckers still waiting on that school. Good luck. Fucking luck on that school. He took that money and bolted.
Nigga, bro, he bought pussy and talked shit about with my money I sent him. Fuck you,
Sure
Umar
did.
Johnson. I
Played
hope,
him.
nigga, I hope you accidentally get a white woman pregnant, nigga.
It ain't gonna be no
Umar
accident.
Johnson.
Trust me, it won't be no accident because he already talking about how the brothers are going to the snow bunnies and y'all need to do this and that because y'all lost. He didn't already peep that stuff out. He knew what it was. He did what he needed to do to get up on that train to get that money, and now he doing the other stuff. Man, come on now. I peeped that stuff out about that cat a long time ago. Same
Now,
thing
after
like
you get that white woman pregnant. Yeah.
there's another dude too. What was his name? Because he was doing the same stuff, talking about you got a black woman this and black woman that, and do with this, and do with that. He was breaking down snow bunnies left and right. I was like, "Yep, see, that's the reason why I don't listen to y'all."
Papa Don, man. We got these niggas, Umar, Papa Don, like. Man, Umar, oh yeah, back to you, Umar. Fuck that nigga. I'll get back to his ass. Umar. I hope you get that white woman pregnant, nigga, and all your followers and subscribers find out about it, nigga. But I hope there's nothing wrong with your baby. But for some fucking reason, baby keep on crying.
For some fucking reason.
For some fucking reason, the baby just keep on crying. Nigga, I hope that on you. Ain't nothing wrong with the baby. But the baby keep on crying. I hope you don't get adequate sleep, nigga. I was about to say adequate.
Yeah,
adequate.
Yeah.
That's some country shit. Some
Adequate.
Don't you adequate at me, boy.
That's like you saying vidya, because you can't say vidya, so you say vidya. It's on the vidya game.
Yeah,
So that's what's going on, man. All this bullshit. They talking about legalizing prostitution in Illinois, man.
Boy, these
women gonna be in trouble. These women don't even understand. Y'all already in trouble, but they don't see it. They already in trouble. This is just added trouble. You know what I'm saying? This is added trouble.
That's why I'm laughing. And you get with your ass for.
Now,
this
ladies,
is why we getting the fuck
if
up
you're
out of here.
listening to this, talk to the real niggas in your life. Let the real men in your life, the real ones that you respect, go to your elders and go to your boyfriends. Now, the one who's gonna be like, "What the fuck?" Those gonna be the ones that you should honestly listen to. But the ones who's gonna be like, "Oh, that'd be cool." Those are niggas that really don't give a fuck about you, and they just tell you exactly what you want to hear. Because no man worth their salt in their right fucking mind is gonna vote for that shit. Because we know
no God-fearing man. What don't they always talk about? They want a God-fearing man. Ain't no God-fearing man gonna vote for that.
Man, the only God they respect is money.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
Out of here with that. I want a God-fearing
so when
man.
they say they want a God-fearing man, they're basically saying I want a money-respecting man.
Basically. That's why they say
respect
you gotta make
the fact that I want your money
and all that other stuff.
They want you to respect the fact that they want your money and that their money is their money and your money is their money as well.
Money.
I never heard a woman who said they want a God-fearing man and didn't say they didn't want a guy who makes six figures.
Yeah, you don't hear that. You also don't hear too many women that said they want a God-fearing man and have a damn social media presence that is God-fearing. You don't see that too often. They'll have the social media presence of a thought pocket.
Hold on, what? I didn't understand what you said.
I said you won't see too many women that say they want a God-fearing man but also have a God-fearing social media presence.
True.
In other words, they'll say they want a God-fearing man, but they thought pocket on social media.
Shit, I had to get on my girl today about she had
A
a
bop.
photo. Even though it's her birthday, I don't give a fuck. It's her birthday. I'm like that birthday dress. I'm like, damn baby, I can see that ass. I'm like,
Baby, don't you think
I'm
you
like-
need to cover that ass up, man?
I'm like, yeah, I'm like, if you're lucky it's your birthday. If it was any other day, shit, to the left, to the left.
Left, slide them pennies to the. Oh, you talking about? Okay.
Yeah, so
She going to the left. You got to be gone.
happy birthday, babe. Happy birthday. Congrats.
Happy birthday to Max's babe.
Yeah.
We ain't
not
gonna say where
excited
she
about
is. Why are you not excited about it?
Shit. I bought her a brand new outfit, birthday party, restaurant, gift, and all that shit. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in other words, you had to go in your pocket.
Yeah.
And that's why you're not excited about it.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
I'm a cheap
the
ass
sacrifice,
nigga,
the sacrifices that us true men actually make. I tell you.
I'm a cheap ass nigga too.
Oh yeah, you're a cheap ass nigga.
I will penny pinch a half of a penny, nigga.
But you know that most wealthy men are frugal, so nothing wrong with that.
Well, I
See,
have
Go ahead.
I have blown a lot of money on bullshit in the past.
Well, a lot of these women say they want a wealthy man. They really don't want a wealthy man. They want a rich idiot. Because most wealthy men have frugal financial practices.
That is absolutely correct.
If you look in any reputable magazine that talks about the characteristics of a wealthy man or wealthy individuals, period, they will tell you that their car is only valued at about 16% of their net worth, if not less. So that's one way you can look at it. They'll let you know that these people own land and not just a car and one house. That they make financial decisions based on buying and holding. They make great financial decisions, and the people that they want don't make great financial decisions. You won't see these Jeff Bezos and them worrying about the next new Gucci purse, Louis Vuitton bag, Birkin. I bet you Jeff Bezos' ex-wife, man, probably didn't even have a Birkin, dog.
Probably didn't.
They have shit you don't even know what the damn brand name of that shit is, or they might, you know, a lot of them I've noticed, man, just looking at the Obamas and just Michelle Obama herself, she be shopping at LL Bean, nigga. She ain't in no motherfucking Balenciaga.
Right.
She not. Them dudes be having North Face coats and shit. North Face ain't cheap, but North Face ain't goddamn London Fog. But North Face ain't no goddamn Louis Vuitton, nigga.
Mm-mm. And I like North Face.
You know what I'm saying? Classy shit. Wouldn't you think? Wouldn't you say so, Max?
Yeah. I kind of my bad. I kind of spaced out a little bit.
Oh, really?
Well, Max, what are these? Yeah. What is the stuff that you sent me in the podcast stream, man? On WhatsApp? You want me to bring up those Facebook
sure.
links?
I thought it was, sure. I thought it was funny, man. I thought it was funny.
All right,
yeah, my bad.
Hold on.
I was literally just thinking about. I was thinking about.
I got to cue it up. Go ahead.
I literally just had a flashback going to Thailand, and so I ain't hear nothing y'all fuckers just said.
Wow. You was caught it. You was caught in it, huh, man?
Man,
Got
I
caught
was
in it,
having
bro.
a good time reliving my memories and flashback in Thailand. I was just like, God damn, I had a good time.
Man, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it out of Thailand, man. I am, bro. I'm just gonna really just. I'm gonna basically put aside a fair amount of money, even though you don't need a whole bunch. But I'm gonna put together. I'm just gonna budget it out so good that I'm not even gonna miss it when I come back home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can't go no more than 11 days, but I wish I could do 2 weeks. But I have to see how I can situate that. I have to really plan that ahead.
No,
I might
yeah.
have to, but yeah, I want to do these 2 weeks. I think.
I told my partner, man, like, because he went out there in August. I was like, "You went out there in August, bro?"
Well, it was
I
hot
was
as
like,
fuck or real rainy.
"Oh, nigga, it's the hottest month of the year."
Well, damn.
Yeah. No matter where you go, people, when you travel in the month of August, everywhere you go, it would damn near be the hottest month of the year outside southern of the hemisphere. It's the southern hemisphere.
Yeah, that's
Weird as
crazy.
fuck.
That's
It's
weird.
weird. Yeah, it's weird how, like, being the southern hemisphere, like, it's fucking snowing. It's it's their winter.
Damn.
Yeah, if you didn't know that, it's their winter. So August is probably like their spring. So right now, people in Argentina, Chile, lower part of Brazil, they're all going through winter time. Like, because that's where I'm actually gonna that'll probably be me and my girl's first trip is Argentina.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because she wants to experience snow, and to be honest with you, not paying that visa for her to come to the United States.
I totally feel you on that.
So
Definitely.
I'm like
You got to be the
so
wifey for the. She got to be the wifey for the travel visa to the United States because that's the only visa I'm ever getting any woman I date internationally. The United States is a travel visa. You got 6 months. We ain't finna be over here like that. We finna be in that country somewhere else. We are not gonna be over
well,
here like that.
if y'all married, like I think she could apply for. Is it just a travel visa?
No, that's the only one I'm saying I'm gonna pay for. She can get like a fucking, but she ain't even got to be married to you. I think to even get a work visa. She just has to have a sponsor.
No, it's something different. Well, you all right? So tend to, if I remember correctly, when I was talking to somebody in the immigration office, if you say that like y'all in like a relationship, they will automatically deny your visa
Really?
for a travel visa.
Wow. So she got to go
Yeah.
there by herself, pretty much.
Well, if basically you have to establish y'all are just friends or something like that.
Well, damn.
Yeah, but
Well, regardless, the only thing a chick over here will ever get from me is a travel visa.
yeah, you got
Help with that. That's it.
the B2 visa, which is the marriage.
That's the fiance marriage visa. I ain't
Yep.
getting that shit. No.
Fiance marriage.
It's K11
visa.
and is a K1 or a K? It's a K1. I think it's a
Yeah,
K1.
then you have the married visa that you're basically married overseas, and so that allows her to come in the United States freely without her having to be a citizen.
Right.
So
I'm talking about the one that she can't stay but 6 months. And you after that, you got to get the hell on.
with
That's the
marriage
travel visa.
It's
It's what?
2 years.
2 years?
Yeah, but she have to leave and just come back. That's basically
Right.
what it is. just go to Canada, and it's basically it's pretty much just what they would call a border run. Just you go to the you go to the closest.
You cross
border.
over, then you come back.
Yeah, pretty much, and all depends
Kind of
on
like
the
somebody we know,
stipulations.
kind of like someone else we know.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it all depends on what the stipulations are, because
Uh-huh.
you can have it to where, like, if you do that, like whenever you leave, you have to be gone for like a month or something.
Okay.
Like, but I do like how Dominican Republic is. Dominican Republic, we have indefinite with our passport. We have indefinite stay. That's what I like about it.
And tell me what is that? Tell our audience what that means, sir.
So basically, is only thing you have to do is pay a fine. That's it. That's it. You can stay as long as you want. You just have to pay a fine.
Really?
Yeah, and just pay when you leave, or if you're staying for like a year or a year or two, you just go up to the immigration office, just pay the fine in the future.
Or you could just go into America and then come back.
Or you just go to Haiti and come back. Who wants to do that shit?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like for instance, I'm living over there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I need to come see my kids for something. I go see my kids and I come back. Now I ain't really gotta do shit, right? Long as I don't stay over a year, right? Long as I don't stay over a year in DR, I get, you know, straight like.
No,
okay,
it's indefinite. Indefinite. You can stay as long as you live, nigga.
Oh yeah, just have to pay a fine. But how do you get out of paying the fine?
Become a citizen.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Which I was gonna get dual citizenship anyway, so it don't really matter.
Well, for me, I would be like, well, it honestly ain't that much fucking money though. It's $100. Hold on. I think the fine I had to pay for me staying over one day was $50, but that would have covered me for 90 days, and I think it's 200. It's basically $200 a year.
That ain't shit.
And if you add them all together, it becomes cheaper, because the longer you stay there, the cheaper it will become. You feel me?
Gotcha.
So they give you a discount. So it's like, yeah, cool. Or I could just pay the extra $200 a month and don't have to worry about being a citizen, and I can stay. I just won't vote, which I really don't give a fuck about that.
Right.
I won't.
Because you're gonna be making American money some kind of way. As long as the dollar's strong, you're gonna be making American money.
Yeah, I won't be able to.
And even if that, you still got your crypto, which we finna come too soon, Mr. Dragon. Get prepared for the crypto news.
Like I won't be able to bear arms, which they call them bear arms is kind of fucking loosely, but
what you mean loosely?
Man, nigga, I know half of them guns them niggas got. I know half of those niggas guns are. I don't know, but
they ain't registered shit, is it?
I'm thinking, I'm like, you know what? Maybe they're just old guns, and because guns are expensive on the island, very fucking expensive.
I could see that.
Like, I'm at a point to where I was talking to Francis, and I was just like, yo, what do I need to do to become for me bringing weapons from the United States and sell them to the Dominican Republic? Well, all do I need to do? And he was like, he basically, I could try to go through him, but it's the law. I like the DR gun laws because you actually have to prove you're a sane fucking individual to own a gun.
I've been wanting that over here.
But the problem is with the United States is that everything the government touches turns into shit. Y'all don't see the correlation of the more stricter the gun laws have became, the more mass murders we have had.
No, because I'm in Texas.
And so, if you look if you look in history, the more stricter the gun laws became, the more gun violence had rise.
Mm-hmm.
Am I the only one that's seen that correlation?
Nope.
No.
We got you. We right here, bro.
Oh shit, you ain't say shit.
Cause I'm listening, nigga.
I asked a fucking question. You like, yeah, we here, nigga. I'm like, nigga, I asked a question. The only person answer was Dragon, nigga.
You said, does anybody not see that correlation? I said, no.
Oh, we ain't hear you then, nigga. I ain't hear you then, nigga. Baby voice said, nigga. Put some bass in your voice, nigga. Say it with your chest, little ass nigga.
Nigga.
But yeah, like we can't have that, you know, like you have to do get a psychological evaluation in order to own this gun, you know. They're not gonna.
We don't have psychological evaluations for our cops, so you know it ain't gonna go down.
They actually do.
Well, it don't seem like it.
No, yeah, it's standard practice. I think it depends on the department. Some could be every quarter you're required to go, or if not, that should be standard practice. What you think?
Yeah, most definitely.
Nigga, are you fucking eating?
He said he was earlier, bro.
Did I not say that?
You really literally did earlier say that you was gonna eat the second time for today. And you was like, you ate last night, you gonna eat today.
Oh shit. Well, since this nigga is eating, I got a brilliant idea. What is that? Dun dun dun. Let's eat some crypto. Dragon, are you ready?
All right.
Let me introduce my boy here.
Just a second, so I can get my my bong, because remember I was boiling that, so that was one of the other things. Give me just a second, please.
Well, I was gonna play that video, bro.
Yeah, play that, and then afterwards we can do crypto if you don't mind.
This chick right here, man. Watch this. This shit's crazy. From what I saw it earlier.
Can you read it? Can you read it for the audience?
It says flight attendant fired. This is from My Mixtapes. This is at My Mixtapes. It's MYMIXTAPEZ. Flight attendant fired for posting a twerking video on TikTok while on the job. What's wrong with a little twerk before work? And her caption says, can't even be yourself anymore without the world being so sensitive. What's wrong with a little twerk before work? People act like they never did that before. Mind you, they'll say some shit like this and say it's okay for them to do that. But when you say something like you shouldn't be doing that, then they start playing the victim.
That's true. They do.
But let's go ahead on and play this. Bending over, shaking it now. Is this appropriate being a flight attendant? Do you think they want you be affiliated with their airline doing this? What y'all think, ladies and gentlemen?
Man, people have a fucking nerve, bruh.
Don't they though?
A fucking nerve, bruh. I'm like, dog.
You got the crypto
Your
news thing in the way, bro.
Oh, my bad.
your you can't do whatever the fuck you want to do at somebody else's business.
Why are you on the plane doing that? Is the question.
She wants attention, and it's the fact that
Mm-hmm.
she knows she went to the supervisors and asked for permission to do a TikTok video on the airplane. They will have said no.
That's right.
You know what? When you said that, Ludacris popped up in my head. Move, bitch, get out the
Get out
way.
the way, yeah.
Get out.
I'm like, no, move, bitch. What?
Yeah,
No,
move,
no,
bitch.
you can't shoot. No, you can't twerk on my. Oh, you can't twerk on the fucking company's plane before on the company's dime.
Well, you gotta
No,
be some real thought pocket to want to do that shit.
you gotta
She
be very
bending it over too.
stupid. Then acting all surprised that they fired me from a job because the fact that I was twerk. I'm like, yo, y'all motherfuckers think
That's how she like
job
to take it too.
is
That's how she like to take it too. Look at them. Mm-hmm.
And they wonder why we don't take them fucking serious.
y'all think a
I'm not
job
gonna take
is
you serious.
guaranteed. Like a
Fuck
job is
that.
not guaranteed, and you don't have the right to fucking work. Well,
Entitlement.
what? I mean, actually, no. You do have the right to work a job. You don't have the right to a job. You have the right to work, but you don't have the right to work right to a job.
Right.
No one's responsible for you to get you a job or for you to keep your job, except for you. So
Mm-hmm.
now, I'm sorry. Hold on. I just gotta dig deeper into this shit because I've been wanting to say this shit for a minute, bro. It's the
Hey,
fact
ran it
that
up.
I have seen this shit I have seen this shit happen multiple times, and I have had men and women complain about this shit, and I'm over here, bitch ass nigga, keeping quiet and shit, not saying nothing. No, I'm going to say it. I'm glad that you got fired. You know what? Say it. I'm glad that you broke your elbow, nigga. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. To all the real ones know they know about that. But yeah, I am glad that you lost your fucking job. You privileged, whiny ass children. You are fucking grown adults and children. I mean, you're fucking children in grown people's bodies. Like, fuck out of here. Like, get the shit fuck together, people. Like, you can't do whatever you fucking want to do. There's accountability. And this is the problem with them. It's whenever we tend to go on TikTok spaces and, certain platforms and shit. And whenever you talk about this accountability shit, and these women refuse to take fucking accountability for anything, and I'm not hearing the white women, Latin women. I'm only hearing black women. I'm going to talk nothing about black women because I'm a black man, and F it, I'm a black man. I get to make money off of black people, and black female fuckery will forever run my goddamn truck like diesel. God damn it, black female fuckery. So can't do whatever the fuck you want to do. Stop being all loud and wrong and shit. Accountability is like fucking kryptonite to y'all. God damn this shit. And at the end of the day, man, you get people like whenever, like, if you ever go on Antoine Daniels' channel and the good Christian bald headed brother with glasses, he said he's at a point to where he's like, fuck black women. And I'm at a point to where I'm like, to hell with y'all. Fuck y'all. To hell with y'all. Because y'all advocate for the most degenerate shit. The culture is trash. The culture is goddamn fucking garbage. And y'all still advocate for this degenerate, for all this degenerate bullshit.
Cook man.
Like, god damn it. Y'all demonic ass. So, but I really don't, you know what? As I digress, y'all ladies, do whatever the fuck y'all want to do. And y'all simp ass, weak ass niggas, do whatever the fuck y'all want to do. We will build a new black community off the bodies and ashes of your failed community.
Damn. Say it even with your chest, man. Good Lord. Hey, I'm right there with you, bro. I agree with everything you said.
Put your fucking waist trainer on. That's why your organs is going more inside, bitch.
This is a subject that is near and dear to his heart, ladies and gentlemen. It's near and dear to his heart.
It's not really near and dear to my fucking heart. It's just like the fucking balls on these people, though.
Yep.
It's like if you remember the last Dark Knight, what was it? It was the Dark Knight Rises with Bane, and Batman and Bane was in the tunnel, and they was fighting, and Bane was like, let me see what he said. He was just like, "You fight like a younger man. Victory has defeated you. Victory has defeated the black community."
You think? Look, this next video show enough does not dismiss that case.
You fight like a younger man.
Look at this bullshit. I don't even got to play the audio for this. Just play it. Look at this bullshit. This bitch say all her hair off to put some hair on. How the fuck you?
Shit.
How you do that?
Shit.
I remember
why you
watching
decide to go through that?
Shit.
That's some stupid.
Shit.
How you cut off all your hair to put on a hair helmet? Go ahead on, Matt.
It's a sickness of the highest order.
This is some bullshit. Look at this bullshit now.
It is a sickness. Yeah, I remember this was right before it was a long time ago when I first got on TikTok. And it was this MAGA Republican white woman who gave zero fucks about your feelings and shit. And so some sister girl got went at it with her ass, and she couldn't defeat the argument, so she started going at ad hominem attacks at her, and the white girl was just like, "You don't want me to start, man. Can we just talk like adults? You don't want me to start." And she just say, but the black girl, she just kept going after her. She was just like, I refuse to have somebody continuously talk to me like this, ma'am. You can't even wear your real fucking hair. She's like, who the fuck do you think you are talking to me the way you are? At least wear your real hair. and the black chick didn't say a goddamn thing. It was just goddamn silence, nigga.
Cricket.
That is a higher form of savagery. She was she was outrating on that day, but
What? Like,
savagery.
hey, hey, sister girl brought it on her, bro. Hey,
Mhm.
don't keep poking the bear, bro. You keep poking the bear, that motherfucker gonna be like, all right, what's up?
But
Yep.
they wanted to be out there with the Bears, so
Yep. They want me.
I thought that was the
There
most
there we go with
stupidest.
that bullshit.
I'm
These
just saying,
motherfuckers
man.
debated. These motherfuckers debated that shit for what, a year and some change.
Yeah, to let you know
They,
how stupid they are.
Melissa, what's her name?
Let's
Yeah,
be
that's who
honest.
I wanted to talk about the other day. Melissa Ford.
Melissa Ford. We'll talk about that. Let's do this crypto news, and then we'll go to that. We'll go to that.
Melissa Ford.
We can definitely find some content on that. We'll go to that. So without further ado, folks, we're gonna go with your
Well,
boy Dragon Emperor, man.
thank you. And there is a crypto ball, baby. Not like the monster ball, but it's the crypto ball. Inaugural gala. The inaugural gala signals a new dawn for U.S. crypto leadership. Crypto giants are rallying at their inaugural crypto ball, energized by President-elect Trump's pro-crypto agenda and plans to position the U.S. as a blockchain leader. So, how blockchain giants are backing America's innovation push. The inaugural crypto ball, set for January 17th at Washington, D.C.'s Andrew W. Mellon Auditorium, will celebrate American innovation alongside the inauguration of President-elect Donald J. Trump and Vice President-elect J.D. Vance. Tickets for the events are in high demand, with gold tickets originally priced at $2,500 each, already sold out at the time of writing. Only the 5,000 black tickets remain. $5,000 black tickets remain available. Hosted by Bitcoin Incorporated and hosted by Stand with Crypto, Exodus, Anchorage Digital, and Kraken. I love using that platform, by the way. The Black Tie event runs from 8 p.m. to midnight. Guests will enjoy cocktails and hors d'oeuvres as a part of the celebration of the 60th presidential inauguration and the new administration's leadership. Sponsorship for the event comes from industry heavyweights, including Coinbase, Sui, Miston Labs, MetaMask, Galaxy, Ondo, Solana, Metaplanet, Mara, Satoshi Action Fund, MicroStrategy, Nano, baby, XYO, DSA, eToro, Uniswap Labs, Nexo, and Robinhood Crypto. Hold on. Wait. Let's. How many different industries is backing this gala? Sponsorship for the event comes from industry heavyweights. Let me repeat these heavyweights once again: Coinbase, Sui, Miston Labs, MetaMask, which is a good wallet, most definitely. Galaxy, Ondo Finance is awesome. Solana is good for memes. Metaplanet, Mara, Satoshi Action Fund, MicroStrategy, Nano, XO, let's go, baby. DSA, eToro, Uniswap, Nexo, and Robinhood. I'm sorry, is that not how many? That's 17? 17 major heavy hitters are back in this gala. When was the last time you seen a president be backed by 17 in the same sector to push for this. This lets you know that we are on the verge of something really good, especially if you're paying attention to how things are going anyway. Listen, the event aligns with President-elected Trump pro's crypto stance, which has generated optimism. There's the bell to let you know things are in good measure. Optimism within the blockchain industry. Trump has reinforced his support for cryptocurrencies by adopting crypto-friendly officials, including David Sachs as the AI crypto czar, Scott Bennison as Treasury Secretary, and Paul S. Atkins as the chair of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission's SEC. These appointments are expected to encourage innovation-friendly regulations. Side note, y'all must remember, Trump is a businessman first and foremost. He knows money. He knows how to deal with business. Why else do you think he's pushing for this? Because it's going to be innovation in the business sector. And for business-minded individuals such as myself and my fellows here, that's where we win. So I understand if you're not business-minded, or if you do not, and I'm going to go there, if you do not have the capability and or capacity to do research and or do networking to build your own, so that way you can grasp this opportunity within the financial sector, so that way you can get ahead. Or you're going to be in your emotions behind this man being in office. You're going to boo-hoo, bitch, fuss, complain, and not do anything about it for yourself. And see the opposite side of what's being right here in your face. But you do what you do, just wash my shoes. Within the departure of the SEC Chair Gensler, who is often criticized for stringent enforcement actions, the industry anticipates a shift towards more constructive engagement. Trump has also proposed initiatives such as a Bitcoin National Reserve. Oh, by the way, Oklahoma's already pushing ahead for to go ahead and get that National Reserve done, by the way. Illinois too. And aims to position the U.S. as the crypto capital of the world, further solidifying his administration's focus on fostering blockchain growth. These policies could provide a stable regulatory environment, encouraging both innovation and institutional adaptation. During the inaugural crypto ball, a VIP reception will also be hosted by Trump Super PAC MAGA Incorporated, with David Sachs, according to Fox Business journalist Eleanor Terrett. Former President Donald Trump is not to be expected to attend. Tickets for the reception are priced at $100,000 each, or a $1 million package includes 4 tickets and a single ticket to a future dinner with Trump. Pause. $100,000 each, or a $1 million package that includes 4 tickets and a single ticket to a future dinner with Trump. $100,000 for a ticket. They are not playing with this at all. So, besides that, I have some other excellent news. Is cryptocurrency, or XRP, a millionaire maker? Let's look at some key points. Bitcoin and other risk-on assets saw a sharp decline during the past week as investors digested a new jobs report. XRP was a notable exception, likely due to anticipation that the SEC's woes are over. XRP market valuation appears out of sync with the value of its potential market. Bitcoin, like I said, saw a sharp decline in pricing during much of the past week. The cryptocurrency fell nearly 10% from January 7th through January 14th. Bitcoin's slide was mirrored by altcoins across crypto, with Ethereum, Solana, and Dogecoin all losing as much or more than the oldest, most valuable coin. The decline was in part driven by a hotter than expected jobs report released Friday. This means that the Federal Reserve could delay or reduce further interest rates cuts. Digital assets tend to be seen as Risk on by investors, that is, investments that add risk to a portfolio. Generally, when rates are falling, investors are more willing to take on risk, while the opposition is true when rates rise. Given that fewer cuts are now expected, risk on investments like crypto were hit. But despite the uh, rest of the market, the movement, XRP managed to gain 3.7% since January 7th. Let's take a look why, and then consider whether XRP could be a millionaire maker. Key deadline looms. In 2020, XRP's parent company Ripple was sued by the Securities and Exchange Commission. The regulator claimed that the company sold XRP as an unregistered security, a pretty big no-no. In August 2024, a court ruled mostly in Ripple's favor, approving a $125 million fine when the SEC was originally seeking $2 billion. I told you Smeagol was what he was trying to do. How is this relevant, though? The SEC appealed the ruling in October, but still must present its evidence if an appeal is to move forward. The deadline to do so is today, because there's still some time left here. Under normal circumstances, there will be little reason to believe the SEC wouldn't meet this deadline. However, the regulator is undergoing a key change in leadership brought on by the election of Donald Trump. The current chair, Gary Gensler, is stepping down. Gensler has not exactly been a friend to XRP and crypto at large, but Trump's pick for his replacement, Paul Atkins, will likely take a different tack. Investors appear to believe the SEC will not pursue its appeal further in anticipation of this change in leadership and broader philosophy. So, XRP has a valuation problem. Although the failure of the SEC to continue its appeal by the end of today certainly could lead to a short-term gain, people are dubious of XRP's long-term value. That's because the value market is currently assigned to the token seems to be out of sync what can realistically provide to the real world. XRP is designed to transform banking by drastically reducing the cost and increasing the speed of transactions between financial institutions. In 2023, legacy systems cost the industry $193 billion in fees. This is the figure that proponents cite to illustrate just how large the opportunity for XRP. And while the number is impressive, it's entirely misleading. XRP transactions are by their nature extremely cheap. Yes, they are, baby. I can attest to that. They're orders of magnitude cheaper than that of the legacy transactions they hope to replace. If this is even true, if even XRP could capture 100% of the market, the fees collected would be several orders of magnitude smaller than the current $193 billion paid out to legacy systems. In this light, the current $150 billion market capitalization of XRP seems divorced from reality. The question at hand. Okay, let's assume I'm wrong. However, let's assume XRP is able to continue to grow considerably. Can it reach millionaire maker status? For our purpose, let's say it would need to turn 10,000 investments into 1 million in 30 years. However, 1 million in 30 years is only worth about 300,000 a day. A true millionaire maker by today's standards would need to turn our 10,000 to 3.3 million, a tall order. That's a 33,000% return over 30 years, which works out to an annual rate of 21.3%, more than twice that of the stock market's historical average. If XRP grew by this pace, by 2065, it would have a market cap of 48 trillion. And the same as the top 10 largest banks combined, assuming a generous 10% annual growth rate. Do you believe XRP could be worth the combined market caps of the 10 largest banks in the world? Given this, I wouldn't call XRP a millionaire maker. Not just this, but considering its current valuation, I would recommend this investment. especially at this price. So, should you invest $1,000 in XRP right now? Before you buy stock in XRP, consider this. The Motley Fool Stock Advisor Analysis Team just identified that they believe that there are 10 stocks for investors to buy. I'm not fixed to do that crap. We're not fixed to do the 10 stocks. Invest in XRP, see it for the long sight, and see it for the long run. It is getting up to a point now, because remember, at one point in time, it was 5 cents, it was 50 cents. Now, mind you, if the SEC for the past 4 years didn't stifle Ripple and allow the pass for Ethereum to go through, which, mind you, is backed by the institutional investors and everything else, no wonder it got a pass, right? No wonder. To where this money here could have been in our pockets a long time ago, to where we could have been up and up. But Schmiegel, Gary Gensler, stifled us. And he specifically stated that, too, in a report that I had read yesterday. He is very proud as to what he has done. And now he's even trying to go after Elon Musk as he's going on his way out because he's mad. But to go ahead and finish up with some stuff, Ripple confident in victory as SEC crypto war nears its end. Ripple is confident in its legal position as SEC leadership faces criticism for the enforcement-heavy policies with the pro-crypto regulatory shift on the horizon. Ripple is confident and thriving as a new era of crypto regulations dawn. Ripple executives have taken aim at U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission Chairman Gary Gensler, Schmiegel, criticizing his regulatory approach and the agency's persistence in legal battles. Ripple General Counsel Stuart Aldertree addressed the SEC's appeal, stating, on January 20th, Gensler's war on crypto ends at the SEC. We asked the SEC to agree to postpone the filing of their opening brief in their appeal of our victory, and they refused. What a waste of time and taxpayers' dollars. Nevertheless, we are confident in our position on appeal and look forward to working with the SEC's leadership to resolve this matter, he added. On Wednesday, the SEC filed its opening brief in the appeal against Ripple Labs, reiterating arguments that previously failed to convince the court that XRP should be classified as a security. I told you Schmiegel was on that bullshit. Aldertree commented after the filing, as expected, the SEC's appeals brief is a rehash of already failed arguments and likely to be abandoned by the next administration, he stressed. A new era of pro-innovation regulation is coming and Ripple is thriving. Gensler, very much on brand, completely dismissive of the 2024 election and the American public, fully commits to his failed regulation by enforcement agenda to the bitter end, which is sad. This was the words from Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse. And these statements reflect growing dissatisfaction among crypto advocates regarding what they see as an over-reliance on enforcement rather than clear regulatory frameworks. Gensler's anticipated resignation coinciding with Donald Trump's inauguration as president on January 20th has fueled speculation about potential shift in crypto policy. Trump, who has increasingly signaled pro-crypto stances and support for Bitcoin, has nominated individuals with pro-crypto views, signaling a leadership shift more favorable to the digital asset industry. Many in the crypto community view this transition as an opportunity for clearer and more constructive regulations. Contrasting with Gensler's contentious tincture, Ripple remains optimistic, emphasizing its readiness to navigate the SEC's appeal while preparing for a pro-innovative regulatory environment. And that is what I have for the crypto news today. But yeah, Schmiegel on that bullshit. Schmiegel, I told you he was doing his best in order to keep the money out of the people's pockets. He did his best. He did what he was supposed to do, which was to keep the institutional investors up and running to make sure that they had what they had going at first, get them ETFs going, get a couple of other stuff and everything else. Then we'll go ahead and we'll really allow the common person to get their stuff out. Now watch that this stuff is about to get in full swing once that dipwit fully gets out of office. But I told y'all, he specifically said he is happy to stifle the money that's coming in our pockets. He's happy to stifle the innovation across America. He is happy to go ahead and just make sure that his institutional buddies get their sway and their say so. Remember BlackRock, Grayscale, 21 Shares, all of them, how surprisingly, even though he cannot stand crypto and he does not like Bitcoin, he allowed them to pass to get their Bitcoin ETFs and other stuff slid on through, would not have looked at or anything else. Went after not only Coinbase, Kraken, but all the groups that are backing Trump at that gala, at that ball. The SEC went after. So you got 17 people that's backing this man that say you need to get the hell up out of here because of you. America has been stifled in one area, which that marketplace could have really and exponentially helped us out. When everybody's like, oh, I need some extra money, this and that, you could have invested over here and then made some extra money. People are starting to come out with more stuff now.
So Dragon.
What's up?
So you are you have you are you talking about the Fed also? The guy who's in charge of the Fed? What's his name? Do you know what I'm talking about?
That's hold on. I need to go back so I can get his name. It's I know who you're speaking of, but he has a pro crypto stance as well too. This is our
what? No, the guy not Trump's guy, but Biden's guy.
The guy you're calling Schmeigel.
Oh, Gary Gensler. What about him?
Yeah. So a new report came out that inflation has increased again.
Mm-hmm.
And so homie has done a terrible fucking job. And remind you, he did all of this shit just so it would make the Democrats look better.
But it made them it's making them look a lot worse.
Yeah.
That's what he did on the back end, is making them look worse because of how much they stifled so much. How much put it to you like this: the amount of money that's been sent abroad to help out other countries could have been put over here and be put into crypto in order to solidify us even stronger. But yet they want to send the money abroad to a war we shouldn't even be in. We shouldn't have that at all. No business with that, because we got stuff for what we need to do over here. But on the flip side, and this is just my personal opinion or my speculation, they were doing that to drive America into the ground anyway, because we have places over here looking like a third world country to where I know places abroad to where they look much better than what we got looking at over here.
Yeah,
much better.
Whenever I said I did a cross country trip to through the Dominican Republic, and I was just like, wow. I was like, wow. I have experienced less potholes than I experienced on I-80 in Indiana,
right?
Or in Illinois on I-80.
Speak the truth.
And I'm just like, wow. Yeah, I can understand. The country I'm driving through. Yes, it is a third world country, but I'm like, United States of America. You have the quality of the United States of America has dropped so bad. The only thing that is good in the United States is the money. That is it.
I don't even see the DR as a third world country, bro, because it's not. There's certain areas that aren't the.
Their malls are bigger than our malls now. Their malls are bigger than our malls.
Ours.
No, hold on. Their malls are cleaner than ours.
But they're still bigger than ours.
I had a steak in the mall, and not in a restaurant that was attached to the mall. So we're not talking about getting a steak at a Cheesecake Factory, which would probably be next to a mall. We talking about in the freaking food court.
Yep.
Yeah.
Regular food court. Had a porterhouse steak, and it was delicious and cooked.
Talking about Agora Mall.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I
Blue
love the
Mall. It was
food
Blue
court.
Mall.
No, it was Blue Mall. It was
Yeah.
Blue Mall. It was Blue
Yeah,
Mall.
Blue Mall.
Had a steak in Blue Mall, bro.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
Blue
yeah.
Mall.
See, yeah, that's the rich. That's the I'm
Yeah.
a rich bitch mall, nigga.
Yeah, man.
Well, I
That's
mean, we
the
are, if
That
you think
steak was
about it, we
delicious,
are
bro.
wealthy.
That steak was
well.
delicious, man.
Here's something funny. It was whenever I took Nandi to that mall to go shopping and shit. She almost lost her shit. Yeah, like she she almost lost her shit. She was just like, what? And I told her, I was like, you got 30 minutes to go do as much shopping as you can. Go. And I watched her fucking go. Boy, it was like watching a kid in a candy store.
Yeah.
And it got down to like 2 more minutes. She's like, I was like, 2 minutos. She's like, he just started
How much
shit.
money? So how much money did she spend in that 30 minutes?
The silence tells it all.
Which that I had to use the Capital One. I had to max the Capital One out. I mean let's actually,
Damn,
you know what?
and that's in DR. Good God, what was she getting?
It was about $600.
Okay, $600.
Oh, that ain't bad. Okay.
Okay.
Nigga, like, but
It ate your budget up for the trip, but it wasn't
No.
bad, but it ate through your budget.
No, I ain't eat through my budget. Well, here's something I planned. I planned for I budget for 2,000.
Oh, so basically,
Oh, okay, then yeah, you do.
oh, okay, you was good.
But it was funny because you should have
It would
seen
take
those.
alone to spend like $600 something though.
No, but she bought a lot of shit. It was a lot of clothes, nigga. Like,
Okay, well,
I'm
then,
talking.
yeah.
We're
She's
lit- I'm
resourceful. That was a test, wasn't it? Was that a test, bro?
No. I always take my girl. I always take girls shopping. No, it wasn't no
got you,
test. It was
brother.
just. It was
But
just.
you can almost look at it. You can get a lot of information from the way she shopped, though.
That's
If she's
true.
able to get a whole bunch of clothes for that, you might have a pretty frugal ass woman. And those are the best kind to have.
It's the Dominican Republic.
Well, yeah, still, even there.
The price she was paying for the price she paid for the clothes, it would have probably cost me about 3 times in the United States.
Yeah.
Right, but she's in the Blue Mall, right? So what if she chose another daggum shop that had more expensive clothes in there?
He's talking about the mentality of the woman is what he's
Yes,
trying to
man.
get across.
Yeah,
That's
man.
that's what he's trying to say.
Yeah, man. Her mentality.
I
She
got
could have got
you,
less.
big bro.
She could have got less items. She could have gotten less items.
So if I would have took her to when I took her to Bravo, that it would have worked better if I took her which I did. We went to Bravo too, and she bought a lot of shit for the household. She bought a couple of stuff for herself, and she bought a couple of stuff for me. You feel me?
Yeah.
Right.
Because she knew I had everything except for 2 fucking things. Was toothbrush, mouthwash, toothpaste, and fucking socks. And it was funny, I didn't remember that I even had goddamn socks. Because I ain't even bothered, nigga, I'd be flip-flop the fuck up. And I ain't I even realized I ain't have no socks, but she unpacked my clothes for me, and which most women tend to do. But yeah, she unpacked my clothes for me. Not my bad. Not most American women.
Hey, Dragon, you done with your crypto?
Do that shit.
Yeah, I'm done with
my
crypto,
bad.
bro.
Okay.
My bad, Dragon.
No. Keep going. I'm just taking this shit down.
No, Dragon. We're in stagflation right now, all because of Schmiegel not being good at his fucking job.
Yep. That's literally it too.
Yep.
Seriously.
And so it's gonna take us Yeah, bruh. I'm gonna be real with you, bruh. I think these are forever the new prices.
These are the new prices on shit.
Yep.
Yep.
Unless Trump, unless Trump do, because the CEOs, the mega corporations, they're gonna fight as hard as they can to keep these prices up the way they are.
Yeah,
I can see
I
that.
can
And
see that. I can definitely see that.
yeah, and for all the people who been asleep for the last 4 fucking years, go back and watch the Donald Trump debate against Joe Biden. And when he said they're gonna fuck this country up more than ways that you never seen before, the nigga was fucking right. Look what's happening. We have two different states where where the housing market is getting ready to crash. Fucking California, because of those wildfires,
Yep.
the rent has significantly risen to a point to where a guy he was it was one famous Hollywood realtor was talking about how he already have seen within the 1 week how the prices of rent has skyrocketed to damnly. He was talking about one person. They was talking about they will pay rent. They will pay rent. It was on the market before in 2024, in December in 2024, it was on the market for $16,000 per month. Now it's on the market for $20,000. Then then you're getting undercut by other guys who looking for places that and these are not companies. These are actually regular fucking people, rich regular fucking people who are looking for homes because all their homes burnt down in the Palisade fires, right? So
Right.
so there's literally he was telling a story about how there was one guy he called. He was just like, yeah, the price is $16,000 per month, and he was just like, all right, I could pay you if you give it for me for $20,000. I will pay you 6 months in advance. That's $120,000.
Yeah,
Pay
sure
you
is.
6 months in a fucking advance. The guy called back and told him he can't do it for 20, he needs 23, and including the 6 months in fucking advance. The guy said fucking sold. Just because all of these people who homes are getting just got burnt down in less than 1 fucking week, dude.
That's
And
a
it's
lot.
getting and it's getting worse. Now look at what's going on in Florida. The homeowners insurance is double the national average.
Phew. Depression is coming.
And we've been in a recession, a silent recession for a long time because of the fucking fact of Joe Biden administration refused to take accountability. So when Trump comes into office, he got to deal with so much fucking shit, and that's why I told people, I was like, "Yo, do not expect the economy to get better within a year."
Yeah, it's gonna take at least 2 to 3.
I was like, "Yo, you want to know how bad the fucking
And they're gonna and
economy
they're gonna and
is?
they're gonna blame Trump for it, and he's gonna be trying to fix it.
How bad the economy is? Grocery distribution
Distribution.
centers, they have cut their hours from 24 to 12, and they've been running like that for the last 2 years.
Damn.
They're already talking about cutting it another 2 hours. Now when people talking about the grocery stores are gouging the prices, I'm like, you realize they're having massive layoffs. Not only they having massive layoffs, but they have cut their grocery prices. When was the last time Walmart was 24/7? When was the last time Kroger was 24/7?
COVID, right before COVID.
And so,
COVID was when all this shit happened.
yeah. And so, backpacking what what Dragon said, yeah, we could have done. We could have honestly, bruh, we could have came up 20 times better than paying damn near low, very, very fucking low taxes. Yeah. All because of people who care more about their fucking feelings and feelings of a small minority of people and fake racism. That's the reason why we're fucking here. And fake symbolism of victory. Example, being the first black woman, first this, first that, first openly LGBTQIS, like plus. I don't fucking know anymore. But yeah, I'm done. My bad. Apologies. Next Mama Rent Part 2. Sponsored by
we could have we could have went to the Mumble Rants, man. We can do that. You want to go to
No,
that?
I'm done. No, I'm done. That
You're
was
done?
pretty much it. Yeah, I've
Okay.
twice already. So
All right, well, check this out. I remember you saying you wanted to discuss this, so let's look at a little bit of this then. Let's look at a little bit of this.
Like she stares at me like, I love you, I can't breathe without you, or I'm plotting your fucking murder. Come here, mommy. Good girl.
Catwoman.
Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I thought that I was in love with this man, but I wasn't. I was not faithful in this relationship. A fantasy would be, I guess, a menage, me and you. Why would I want to date such a weak bitch? I was almost raped. I was addicted to him. I am 48, child-free, and I've never been married.
So for those that don't know, this is her podcast. She was on it, and Max mentioned he wanted to talk about this. This chick is 48. I'm 48. This chick has never been married, don't got no kids.
this is Melissa Ford. And
Melissa Ford, folks.
And my eye shed 2 tears of piss for you. Do not care.
Right. No care.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Hot and Bothered with Melissa Ford. Thank you so much for joining me. Whether you are commuting to or from work, or you've already gotten home and you are chilling with a glass of wine, or you're settling into your nighttime.
Now, other than that face getting older, she's still fine now. This chick still got a booty on her now. She ain't fat. She ain't fat, but boy, look at her. Ran through
Shit.
Allegedly.
Time routine. I want you guys to just settle in and chill out with me because we're going to have a heart-to-heart like we've never had before. So if you guys don't mind, I'm going to pour myself a glass of wine.
And we're not going to listen to all this, folks. We're going to hit highlights.
This is the good stuff. Now consider this episode a safe space. I really want to have a heart-to-heart about certain lifestyle choices that I've made. We've all seen the most recent political climate as it relates to the election. And it seems like women, we always seem to be the brunt of some kind of attack. And I don't really understand why. But when J.D. Vance said this.
Saying is that we're effectively run in this country via the Democrats, via our corporate oligarchs, by a bunch of childless cat ladies who are miserable at their own lives and the choices that they've made. And so they want to make the rest of the country miserable too. And it's just a basic fact. You look at Kamala Harris, Pete Buttigieg, AOC, the entire future of the Democrats is controlled by people without children. And how does it make any sense that we've turned our country over to people who don't really have a direct stake in it?
At first, I was offended, and then when I thought about it, I really just had to laugh.
She want to laugh about it, but it makes perfect freaking sense. They not leaving nobody behind to deal with none of this shit.
It's like it, it is if you the reason why I said the Democrats are they're at a point to where if they keep fucking up the way they're doing, the way they are, it's gonna be called the Republican, the Republic, United States of the Republican of America.
We're gonna truly be a republic then, because the Republicans gonna always be in power.
No, because the Republicans are outbreeding them.
Oh yeah,
Then
I'm sure, right?
what just happened today? Donald
You mean
Trump
what?
got
You
the
mean the
most
Hamas? You mean the Hamas and Israel coming to
a
a
ceasefire.
ceasefire? Yeah,
Donald Trump, brought to you by Donald Trump.
exactly. And Biden trying to take credit for it already.
So Donald Trump, Republican Party, just got the Muslim fucking vote.
Yep. Yep. Biden's been trying to steal that glory. They've already caught him on goddamn news saying, "What, are you joking?" You know, because they asked him, you know, did Donald Trump have anything to do with it? This nigga done already tried to took the damn credit, dog.
You know what? And you know what? Probably what Donald Trump probably would have said. He was like, "Oh, when I said it, what I mean by fucking hell to pay, I will fucking dump a fucking nuke in your goddamn country. I will dump a nuke in your territory, and I will erase you off the face of the fucking globe, and no one will ever know who the fuck Hamas was or the pal." I'm like, shit. That probably a good.
You think that's what he said? You think that's what he said?
Man, he probably. Want to hear something funny? He said, "If you do not come to an agreement by the time I'm in fucking office, there will be hell to pay." That's what Donald Trump said.
Yeah.
Nigga,
Yeah, he did say that.
5 days away from inauguration. Yeah, we got a ceasefire.
Yeah, right.
And it was funny because Trump said it on his social. He said it, I think it was Twitter or True Social. I think he did both at the same time.
Mhm.
But he did it, and no one can claim that, well, it was Joe Biden. I'm like, well, why didn't Joe Biden put out this press first before Trump did?
They ain't got an answer for you on that, bro.
Yeah, exactly. They don't have. They ain't gonna be able to.
Moving on.
Never been married, childless cat ladies. Honestly, that sounds like a dream come true to me. I don't know. Like solitude, my own choices, and animals.
This chick is now telling you why the hell she ain't married. She is giving you the business right here. Pay attention.
That love me. Oh my God.
That we've turned our country over to people who don't really have a direct stake in it.
At first, I was offended. And then when I thought about it, I really just had to laugh because never been married, childless cat ladies. Honestly, that sounds like a dream come true to me. I don't know. Like solitude, my own choices, and animals that love me. Oh my God. Somebody, call the cops.
Something says selfish and selfish. She said solitude. So what's
cats don't
solitude?
love her.
Being selfish. Animals that love me, vanity in themselves.
Mm-hmm.
My own choices. All of that selfishness. All of that is selfishness, folks. All of that is selfishness.
Cops. That sounds awful. But anyways, I know that I'm not the only one that felt that their life choices were put under attack. So this episode is called I Am 48, I Am Child Free, and I've never been married. And guess what? That's okay. I never made it down the aisle, but I have been engaged in the past. How many engagements? I would say 2.5.
So she's basically going to be talking about a couple of her relationships. We're going to skip that. Some of this shit, but how can you be fucking engaged 2.5 times? She's about to tell you how the 2.5 goes, and then we'll skip ahead after that.
Let's start with the 0.5 since that was the first one. I was involved with a man who loved me. He was good looking, he was tall, he was charismatic, gregarious. Everybody loved him.
Now, mind you, she's gonna say all of these damn characteristics that most women in America with a modern mindset look for, and still not good enough.
Mom loved him, my sister loved him, my niece loved him, my friends loved him, everybody loved him. But there was something inside of me that just said, this is not perfect. It's the furthest thing from perfect. He would say things like, nobody's ever going to love you the way that I love you. And I believed him. I wrestled with this internal sense of guilt. I wrestled with the guilt of honestly wanting to be free, honestly wanting to live my life and to date and to experience other men.
To experience other men.
Shit.
You want it to be a bop. You want it to be a thought pocket. Let's keep it all the way real. Come on now, Melissa. We got to keep it all the way real. You wanted your walls invaded. You wanted your bottom to be smashed out. That's what you wanted. Let's be real now. Come on, let's keep it real.
And to experience other things and other places. I just wanted to live my life. I had moved to New York from Toronto, a totally different country, with $25, 2 suitcases, and a one-way ticket. I didn't have permission from my country to leave. I didn't have permission from this country to be here.
So Melissa Ford was an illegal alien. This chick was an illegal migrant. That's right. You heard it first here, folks, on the 3 Men podcast.
And I was making things happen for myself at a very, very rapid pace. And so to find myself inside of a relationship that felt so stifling at this very young age and not having the vocabulary to...
So basically, she's just telling you, folks, she's being transparent, saying, look, I have not sucked enough dicks yet. I have not sucked enough dicks. I need a couple of more inside of me. I need to experience that first. I've not done it enough. Come on, one, come all. Come one, come all. And come into my sugar walls. That's exactly what she's saying.
Speak up for myself and articulate that somebody who loves you would not say those things to you. They wouldn't say that nobody will ever love you the way that I love you.
First of all, I've heard several YouTubers talk about this one part of her podcast, where she says, someone that loves you would never say, no one will love you the way I love you. First of all, what's the context of it? She's explaining it from her point of view. The context is that he's putting her down, saying that. But what if somebody said that statement lovingly? Let's listen to it again. Listen to it again.
Honestly wanting to live my life and to date and to experience other men and to experience other things and other places. I just wanted to live my life. I had moved to New York from Toronto, a totally different country, with $25.
The statement I'm talking about is coming up. Hold on. Here we go.
Loves you would not say those things to you. They wouldn't say that nobody will ever love you the way that I love you.
No one would ever love you the way that I love you. See, she's trying to say that the way they said it was in a abusive manner. But we weren't there. Only she was there and the person she was involved with was there. So was she saying that? Is she trying to justify her thought pocket ways or find an excuse to leave the relationship? And and she explains it as that. When I guarantee, I bet you he did not say it in that context. I bet you that dude was like, look, baby, ain't nobody gonna love you the way I love you. Nobody gonna love you the way I love you. Nobody out there can do that. The way I can love you, the way I can take care of you, the way I can take care of you, girl. Nobody can love you the way I love you.
Even if he said that,
she ain't struggling. She got somebody taking care of her.
Even if she said that, bitch, you proved him right.
Mm-hmm. Proved him right. Cause you sure enough ain't been in shit since him.
No, she hasn't been in. I have heard a little bit of this shit. She hasn't been. Just let it play. All right, this bitch is boring.
Because that indicates that there's a part of me that's broken, or there's a part of me that's unlovable. But I didn't know how to articulate this, so I stayed in this relationship that I was wildly unhappy in for approximately 3.5 years, close to 4. And I have to admit, I was not faithful in this relationship. Nothing that I'm.
Yeah, you heard it.
Yeah, like
he's a hoe. She's just strictly a hoe.
You had a desire.
Spread open.
You had a desire to be with other men. I'm surprising that you didn't fucking cheat. Here's what happened, Melissa, and I'm guessing and I'm ballparking this. This will probably happen. She got in this country. She was she's a foreign mixed chick who came in. Was she was she up in the New York area? Probably,
yeah,
New York area.
So yeah, pretty much.
She met probably met a decent fucking dude, and I kind of want to see who's the first guy, because I guarantee you that motherfucker's probably already married with kids and living his life.
Yeah, probably. And one of the guys she's talking about in here, people are speculating is Flow Rider. Not this guy she's saying, but somebody else she's talking about. Because remember, she's been engaged 2.5 times. Fuck.
Ain't she Lil Wayne's baby mama?
Nah, she ain't got no kids.
I mean,
ain't got no kids.
Not Lil baby mama. Didn't she deal with Lil Wayne?
I think she did date him for a minute, but that's not one of the ones she goddamn saying and proposed to her. She said she's been engaged 2.5 times, which means she accepted the proposal. It's not even including the many times she's been proposed to. But anyway.
So with Melissa Ford, it's like, yo,
peanut butter skin looking at
you have been like, this shit is just too fucking. Just play the tape. Never mind. This shit's too fucking easy. Just play the tape.
I'm proud of, but I just chalk that up to I was really, really young and I was hood famous. You know, I was on the covers of magazines, on your local newsstand. So everybody recognized
that motherfucker used to be. You cannot take that away from him. That little motherfucker was bad, man, back in the day.
Nice me, and that was another source of pressure that I felt being inside of this relationship rather than being free to explore all of my options. And so one day I was going through some drawers.
Being free to hoe. And she did this statement, she was going through some drawers. I bet she was going through some drawers. This bitch just wanted to be a thought pocket. That's all. That's all, man. She just wanted to get dicks, man. That's just it. She just wanted to get dicks.
Attention. She got attention from other men.
Yeah.
And so with the attention from other men, it's
Yeah,
like
I bet
she
she
got
can
this
fuck
attention.
people.
She wasn't used to getting all this attention. Like,
God damn.
just think about it. Canada is predominantly white fucking area.
Yeah.
And so she probably wasn't the it, like, she probably was an it girl, but she probably wasn't that it girl until
Yeah.
she got to New York. And she seen like all these men. Then she got with, honestly, she probably got with a good fucking dude way too early,
Mm-hmm.
way too quick
Mm-hmm.
when she first got here.
Mm-hmm.
And she started getting more Americanized than, yeah.
God
She
dang
got
thought.
she got more westernized when she came to America,
Yep.
and because there's a like believe it or not, there's a lot of feminine women in Canada, more than I can say than the United States. There's a lot of feminine women coming from Canada, but it's whenever they hit these United States, all of that feminine shit they learn
It
from their
gets
mom
stripped
goes out
from
the
them.
window. But
The
also,
society ruins them.
she's gonna go into about her parenting too. So
Yep, she is. I'm gonna
let's
let it
keep it
roll.
play. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, folding laundry, placing clothes, you know, in the drawers and such. And I found it. I found a box. And when I saw it, I said, please, God, don't let this be what I think it is. And I opened the box. And there it was. It was a ring. And the only thing that I could think was that it was an engagement ring. It sure as hell was not a promise ring. We were way beyond that. We were not in high school. I was not wearing this boy's varsity jacket. This was an engagement ring. And if I knew this man the way that I knew him, that proposal was going to be very public. And that terrified me. I didn't want to have to say no in front of our friends and family and publicly humiliate him. He did not deserve that. But I also could not see myself saying yes in front of everybody just to save face, and then later on have to break it to him like that this is not something that I was going to be able to go forward with. So what I did instead was I packed up all my belongings while he was out of town and put them in storage and flew back to Canada. And then I had the conversation about us breaking up over the phone. I know what you're probably thinking as well. Yo, Melissa, that's fucked up. I know. It took years for me to make peace with this decision. I have self-flagellated over this decision. I have beaten myself up every way to Sunday that you possibly can. I tried to reconcile with him at one point, which was a big mistake. That is the
Because
point.
he told you to fuck off.
I had an ugly duckling phase. Don't tell
Pause
anybody.
it.
I destroyed all the
Pause it real
pictures, so
quick.
there's no proof. Before I became a video model and a model, and I was
Pause
like
it.
known as the brain amongst all my friends. You know, so I was studying forensic psychology with a minor in English literature in university. So the fact that I started to become known more for my looks than my brain is kind of ironic.
Sean, are
The
you there?
attention
Can you
just
pause it?
snowballed, and I started to see that I was able to, you know, make a business out of it.
Sorry, man. I had stepped away from it.
Oh no. So, what a fucking coward she is.
Yep.
That is some cowardice shit. You moved all your shit, put your shit in storage. Then she basically broke up with him over the phone. That's what it was.
Yeah, she ran away.
While he was out of town.
I bet she had some abandonment issues before that. That she never addressed.
You'll
Broken
see why.
chick. She's a broken chick.
if you have never seen this before, you'll see why.
If it
Yeah,
didn't
that's
make
some
money, it didn't make
trash
sense.
shit.
Society places an enormous amount of pressure on us to check certain boxes. The box of go to school and excel. You've got to pursue a career based on what you went to school for. And you've got to excel and become successful. And you have to have your 3-year, 5-year, 10-year, 15-year, 20-year plan, all while you're in your 20s. Get married, get the white picket fence, and have 2.3 kids. Never figured out the point situation when it came to the statistics, because like, what's a third of a kid? But I digress on that. The problem with the boxes is that we never check in with ourselves. It is never, ever, ever our first thought as to, well, what is it that I actually want? I am now, welcoming into my circle a lot of women who checked all those boxes. And for all intents and purposes, a lot of the stuff really actually did not work out. Yes, they ended up with the children, but they ended up in sometimes a loveless, sometimes an abusive, and sometimes a marriage of convenience. Sometimes they didn't even get the marriage, they just got the kids, and they inherited a whole lot of struggle and strife. And it's not to say that their choices are better or worse than the choices that I made. These are just choices. But for us women, I feel like our choices oftentimes have never really, really belonged to us. And when we have tried to exert our sense of independence, we are shamed for it. At this point,
This chick has a severe spirit of rebellion on her.
My oh my, I bleed cold, hard, bloody piss for you.
This
Like,
chick has a rebellious spirit.
she's talking like, honestly, and I think you kind of see that when I say this American privilege shit, it's like American privilege.
I'm listening.
And I'm kind of at a point to where this is like, it's starting to become a real psychological thing. I'm like, ma'am, the only thing you're fucking known for is looking good. What pressure do you really
I mean,
fucking have?
you mean that pretty privilege, pretty privilege
Pretty
shit?
privilege, yeah. What
Mhm.
pressure do you really fucking have? Ma'am, if I fucking decide, if I fucking get sick or something, let's just say I get a migraine headache and I can't fucking drive this truck. Well, the food that I have on here will fucking spoil. So because of that food is spoiled, the food is going to spoil. It got to be thrown away. You can't do nothing for it. You can't do nothing with it. It has to go. So that in that area, the price of meat will raise up just a little bit, but it will raise a little bit of enough to where a family might come. They can't afford to buy it because damn, it was $2, now it's $4. Now that price of meat has skyrocketed to $4 now. So people got to go through. They got to do go by different means. They got to do different shit. Maybe one dude, it might be his last, and he don't have it. He's like, so fuck it, I gotta rob somebody. You feel me? I'm like, ma'am, only thing you were good. Only I don't want to say this shit is because I don't like women like
Say it,
Melissa
say it.
Ford,
I say it.
Feminista Jones, but Melissa Ford, you are quite attractive woman that you have shown, that we see now and that we've seen in the past. You have had the highest pick from the litter of men.
Yes, she
You
has.
telling me of all of those men,
She
you
been
can't pick
fine.
one? You
She
couldn't pick
been
one?
fine. She like one of these. She like a Holly Berry, bro. Holly Berry, like what the fuck? We had, but at least she's gotten married and had kids. This chick ain't even gotten married. Ain't got no kids.
Like you, we can't even say you gave it the college try. Like, come on. But you want to
Lazy
sit
and
here
selfish,
saying
bro.
that,
She's lazy
like,
and selfish.
and I'm sorry, some of y'all ladies are way too fucking entitled because of the fact that I would love to see some of y'all ladies come out here and drive 14 fucking hours and do that shit for at least do that shit for 5 days straight, then chill for 34 hours and do it over again. I would love to see.
Oh, they got lady truckers though.
Yeah, nigga. If all the women truck drivers leave the trucker force, bro, it wouldn't be a
It
blink of
wouldn't
a
nothing
fucking
happen with
eye.
it. It wouldn't blink an eye. That's kind of figured.
Not a goddamn
They're not the
thing
large
is gonna
percentage.
happen.
They're not a large
5
percentage.
fucking percent,
Yeah, it's not large.
and most of that is local shit.
That lady trucker that got remember that lady trucker that got arrested in Abu Dhabi?
Abu Dhabi, Dubai. Yeah, she lucky it was the right administration, because when we talk about
Right.
political power over the world, shit. Only thing we had is, honestly, if you look at it economically, that's the only thing we got is money and military. That is it.
Right,
But
because we don't have healthcare. We're like
yeah,
28th in the world in healthcare.
but that'd be a different topic for another day. But I guess back to the tape.
Let me go on to the second engagement. So I'm 28 years old and I have left the previous relationship, the 0.5, and I have met this man who, the minute I saw him, I knew I was going to be with him. He just...
Pause for a quick second, Sean.
Mind you, every time she mentioned one of these motherfuckers, like she in a fairy tale. These damn Disney watching ass bitches.
Quick question: How long was she in a relationship with the last dude?
I want to say she said 3 years, 3.5 years. That's what she said.
And how old was she?
Well, if you subtract that, it'd be 25, maybe 24 and some change.
No, I mean, like, how old was she whenever she came to the United States? She said.
I don't remember. I want to say it was 18.
No, it wasn't. I think it was like 20.
No, 20 or 21.
Huh. Because here's the only reason why I'm asking, bro. I bet you she monkey branched this relationship.
Oh, of course. That's a given.
Either two things. She went on the whole phase, or she monkey branched this relationship.
Dude, she had to monkey branch it, dog. Remember, she cheated on the last one. She cheated on the one she just talked. Remember, she just cheated. Remember?
She didn't say how many times she cheated.
But she cheated. That's all. That's all. The only thing we know is she cheated, which means she don't have no boundaries when it comes to how many dicks she willing to take at one time.
She also said she wanted to sleep with multiple men, so she cheated on him with multiple men.
She did say that. She said she wanted to experience. That's how she put it. Experience multiple men.
You see why? And ladies, you see how dudes are. If you see dudes walking around, I don't give a fuck about women attitude. Exhibit A.
Y'all wonder why? Y'all wonder why?
He just was it. I don't know how to describe it. And the second I heard his voice, I said, I'm gonna marry this man.
Infatuation. Infatuation.
I don't know what it was. Like, he had this Louisiana drawl. It's my favorite Southern accent. He was huge, like 6'1", 246 pounds of hulking muscle. He had skin the color of like red clay. He had this thick neck, big round head. He had this crooked tooth that drove me wild. His flaws were like manna from heaven for me. And I loved his dirty draws, and I could just sleep in his armpit right after he'd played a game of like pickup basketball. That is how much I loved this man. And
So we know this guy's a pookie.
And our courtship was a whirlwind. He wined and dined me. He bought me lovely, lovely gifts. I'd wake up to those baby blue Tiffany
Now, this is one I think people are seeing as Flow Rider.
boxes just laid on the pillow right next to me. We could go to my favorite store, and as long as I put on a little fashion show for him, everything I wanted I could get. But when I say that the gifts really...
That when she mentioned about the Louisiana accent, that was a pitch to throw us off the scent. This is Flow Rider she talking about.
mattered nothing to me. It was this man. He was the gift to me. That's just the fact. And we were 6 months into our relationship when the first sign of trouble appeared. I was in Denver for All-Star Weekend, and I was working for BET at the time. So I had a lot of responsibilities. I had to make a lot of appearances. I had to interview a lot of people, and a lot of those people were athletes. And he was back home. And I did not know that he was jealous. It didn't even cross my mind. And so when I got home after an event and I was perturbed by, an interaction with a strange man at a party that I had been at, he'd said something vile to me and it hurt my feelings. And all I wanted was to be comforted. And so I went back to my hotel room and I called my boyfriend and I just asked him to just tell me that he thought that I was beautiful and that he loved me. And he didn't do that. He just pressured me to tell him what happened. Why are you asking me to do this?
So he's basically trying to find out what the hell has got my baby upset, instead of just damn band-aiding your goddamn feelings and shit. Okay, understandable.
And so I told him what happened, and he responded by saying, "Why would I want to date?"
Cue the playing the victim music.
Friend. And I just asked him to just tell me that he thought that I was beautiful and that he loved me.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro.
So, I think you ready?
I'm ready, man.
I think she was talking about Reggie Bush. First guy was Reggie Bush.
You think the first guy was Reggie Bush?
It was Reggie Bush.
And what made you think that?
Well, she was dealing with Reggie Bush through 2005, around 2006, almost 2 years.
Okay, so the first one's Reggie Bush. You think the first one's Reggie Bush. I think the second one she's talking about now is Flow Rider.
Because if I'm thinking about it, I'm like, she was young enough to where she could have linked up with Reggie Bush and in New York, because the Heisman and all that shit. And
She could have met him then. You're right. That's good thinking there.
I'm talking about Reggie Bush. Apparently, They took away his Heisman. Shit. Apparently, Reggie Bush wasn't a broke nigga. So, look, I don't know where Reggie Bush relationship wise was, but I probably towards that. But I think she's talking about Reggie Bush. So, hey, you lucked out on Reggie Bush. My bad. But back to the tape. Allegedly.
So first one, allegedly, Reggie Bush. Second one, like I say, is Flo Rida. We're sticking to that story, folks.
And he didn't do that. He just pressured me to tell him what happened. Why are you asking me to do this? And so I told him what happened, and he responded by saying, why would I want to date such a weak bitch that would be that offended by what some strange guy has to say to her? There's just no way that he just said that to me.
That is definitely how a rapper would talk.
Yeah, he did. He said it exactly to you, bitch.
Yeah, that's exactly how a rapper would talk. I can imagine him be like, yo, check this out, y'all. Why would I want to date some bitches just worry about what another nigga said?
You feel me?
You feel what I'm saying, Shorty?
With you, baby. Yes, I know.
Feel what I'm saying, Sean? The same thing that happened with the other dude. The other dude said what now? Ain't nobody gonna ever love you the way I love you. Her context is he's abusing me. In this situation, he's abusing me verbally at this point. See the pattern, folks? See the pattern of unhealed people, folks? She never even addressed the shit in her life.
In
Monkey
this
brain.
situation, I would have been like, shit, that would have been fucking tough love that you probably fucking needed.
Exactly. But you'll find out why she don't know what tough love is later. Won't we find out that, Max? I think we've both seen this. Won't we both find out later why she don't know what tough love is?
Yep, you'll see.
Yep, we'll find out. Let's go, folks.
I'm sorry, what? And he said, you heard me. And I said, I'm really confused right now. And he was like, I'm sure you are. I felt like I was talking to a stranger. There's no way that this was the person that I had just spent the last 6 months with, completely absorbed with, you know, and in the throes of like love and ecstasy with. And I said, you know, I'm glad that I'm finding out who you really actually are now rather than later. He said, yeah, I'm sure you are. Click. And hung up the phone on me. I cried myself to sleep that night.
Definitely a rapper.
And the next day I had to cover a ladies' luncheon, the wives of the NBA.
A dragon. That's that unhealthy chaos that he was practicing.
I see.
Instead of the healthy chaos, he practicing that unhealthy chaos.
Yeah,
once again still attracts him, still hooks him in, bro.
And so I had to be perfect and pretty, and I had to act like the man of my dreams had not just told me to basically go F myself. And so while I was getting
watch him now. Watch him, Dragon. Watch.
Ready, a large bouquet of flowers was delivered. My makeup artist said, Mel, you should read the card. And it said, you are beautiful to me and I love you. And I'm sorry. And then his name. I burst into tears. Just
notice the timing of it, Dragon.
I know
she had issues on the job with the guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this unhealthy chaos practicing agent that he is, like I said, probably a rapper, probably used to negging beautiful chicks. You know what I'm saying? Has delivered to her a bouquet of flowers on the job that sends her into another roller coaster of emotions. That has her thinking she is living in a fucking movie, bruh. That's what they all like to do with they Disney watching asses.
Flew out of my face. So basically, my whole beat face just melted. And I called him and I said, I received your flowers. And he said, I am so sorry. And I told him, I'm going to forgive you because I love you. But you can't ever speak to me like that ever again. He's like, I promise I won't. So whenever people wonder, how do people end up in abusive relationships and why do you stay? The reasons are aplenty.
You like healthy chaos, or you like chaos. That's why you stay.
But I
here's
was
my thing. All right, here's my thing. Maybe I might just have a bad take, but you're in the entertainment business where people lose their fucking souls. Not just their lives, but they lose their goddamn soul at it. You're telling me, ma'am, that somebody said something to you, and this man that you're with, who allegedly might be Flow Rider, saying that, yo, why the fuck I want to be in a relationship with a weak bitch like this? Like, I would feel the same way. I would feel the same fucking way too, because of the fact that I'm like this, yo. You gonna bring down my fucking fortunes if you're weak like this, because I see the music industry have broken. Like, look at I have seen the music industry have broken niggas down. Like, example, no offense, but look at fucking Lecrae. Lecrae, he went from strictly just doing this gospel rap with strictly gospel rap artists to this nigga has songs with people who are
Not in the same.
well, wherever you call it, wherever the church folks call it, not fuck. What type
Not
of
in the
music?
same
Secular
vein. We're not in the
music.
same
Secular
vein.
music.
Secular music. Yeah.
Yeah. And so you're doing secular music. Yeah, that's what happens to what people in this industry. It could break down niggas' morals, even though motherfucker wasn't cursing or none of that. Even though Lecrae wasn't cursing or none of that, it's just still it's like where what happened to I will never be I will never do rap with anybody.
You got a valid point, man.
Yeah, and so you're part of the music industry. You got to be built strong for that shit. Breaks motherfuckers down. The music industry is built off the backs of a lot, built off the backs of a lot of dead people, and a lot of people who got fucked over by the music industry because some guys said I wasn't that beautiful. It made me feel real bad.
Right. It is a dog eat dog world in the music industry. I'm gonna tell you folks why it's so demonic, and this is just an aside, and we're gonna get back to the video. For those biblical scholars out there, what was Lucifer, who is the angel that became the devil, because he lost his moniker of Lucifer when he was cast out of heaven? What was his job as an angel in heaven? Okay, get back to the tape.
Start by saying that is not the way that it begins. It begins with love bombing. It begins with flowers, candy, gifts, and the wonderful sex, and the cuddles, and the pillow talk. And this is how it begins. And it can last for a lengthy amount of time before that person really shows up. The true version of themselves shows up. And by that point, you start.
And to my healed women out there, the unhealed women give up the cooch quicker than the healed women, unless you're a healed woman that's very emotionally, balanced. But I'll tell you one thing, ladies, one way you avoid this shit is you just close your legs and don't open them as early as, before you figure out what type of dude you with. Come on. And for the guys, don't stick it in, fellas. If you know you with a motherfucking throw bricks through your windshield, burn your car ass chick. Like I'm watching this series now on Netflix called Beauty and Black, and it's by Tyler Perry, and it's a bunch of Tubi shit, Tubi scripted shit with his fucking imprint on the damn camera angles and the cinematography. But really, it's a fucking Tubi freaking series, dog, with the ratchetness that's in this shit. You feel me?
Not
It's
even
very
Netflix
Tubi-ish.
or
It's very
Tubi.
Tubi-ish, bruh. And in this series, dog, this dude's baby mama not only smashes the windows, the side windows of his freaking car. Later on, another day after she's thought about it even more, she comes back and lights his car on fire. So I'm saying, figure out who the fuck you
As
with
much
first
as
before you lay down with him. God damn.
as much as I love Tyler Perry, I think his movie making days are over with. I think
Yeah.
honestly, I think Tyler Perry is only good as the head of a studio.
Well, he's not in this series. It's just some Tubi-ish. Damn, the script is Tubi-ish, bruh. Like,
Well,
you get this shit on Tubi, bruh. Seriously.
honestly, I would love to do something with Tyler Perry, but I think I will be a little bit too secular for him. But I would love to give him one of my scripts.
Bruh,
I
no,
got
you wouldn't. Bruh. Netflix, Beauty and Black, Tyler Perry. That shit is as secular as you can go, bruh. It's as secular as you can go, bruh. Best
no,
believe me.
my shit is gonna be about my my
Go watch
beginning
it.
of my mine's gonna mine's gonna be about the beginning of my rave years.
I feel you, but go watch it. Don't
Fuck
worry,
no,
you ain't gonna shock
I'm
him.
not fucking watching it. Fuck that.
All right, I'm just
I
letting you
know
know.
it's gonna. Oh man, I watched the cliff notes on YouTube or some shit.
On
I ain't
Beauty and
fucking
Black,
watching
did you
shit.
watch it? Did you watch
Fuck
the
no.
cliff notes? Watch the cliff notes on it then. Watch a scene or two, bruh. Best believe me. The only reason I'm bringing that up to you is for this. He will accept any script that you give him at this point, bro. Looking at this shit I just saw.
And one thing too, man, black cinema has became trash, bruh.
All right. Okay. Yeah. It has had its good years already. It's
Nigga,
had some good
the good
years.
years is far fucking. Black cinema is fucking trash.
It is.
Now, nigga. We went from Boys in the Hood, South Central,
School Days,
Poetic Justice,
shoot, Malcolm X the movie,
fucking House Party,
even Class Act.
a movie about two. They had 3 movies
It's just
about
fun.
house parties, and
They're
they
just
were all
having
fucking
fun.
good.
And they were just fun movies.
What else? What else?
Shit.
Goddamn.
All About the Benjamins.
All About Benjamins was black. It wasn't black movie.
It was. Ice Cube produced it.
All About the Benjamins was when Martin Lawrence.
It's still black cinema. No, All About the Benjamins was Ice Cube. It was what's his face? Mike
Yeah,
Epps.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
Nigga, I was just explaining the movie to you, nigga. It was about when Martin Lawrence, he was a cop and he robbed somebody. He robbed
Blue Street.
Oh shit, that was Blue Street. God damn it! What the fuck was All About the Benjamins again?
All About the Benjamin was when Ice Cube was a bounty hunter and he was going after fucking Mike Epps.
Oh yeah. That
and he had the lottery ticket and he found out he won the lottery and shit.
Not to interrupt you, gentlemen, but XRP is up to $3.12. Carry on.
Wow.
I told you what those projections was going to be, bro.
I got XRP, baby. Ooh, I can't wait till XLM and Hedera do that shit.
That's about to pump. They released the today is where they're going to be releasing one of the SpaceX satellites built off of Hedera or HBAR technology. So that's about to pump. Carry on.
To bargain with yourself.
I'm
and
all
they
the
start
way
to
up.
apologize. And their
I'm all
apologies
the
are
way.
usually very, very sincere. Because at the end of the day, I truly believe that they believe their apologies are real. They just have an illness inside of them. And I would also
He still has not addressed the fact that this bitch don't ever freaking allegedly deal with the issues of each relationship before she move on to the next. Just monkey branches. So she playing the victim the whole fucking time of why her ass ain't been married yet, been engaged to 2.5 times. The damn common denominator, bitch. Common denominator.
venture to say that the first signs of abuse are usually not physical. And by the time it gets to physicality, you start to reason that you were an active participant in it. You start to reason with
Stockholm syndrome.
yourself that you started the fight by angering him or saying something that was out of pocket. Or you reason with yourself that you are no shrinking violet. So it's not like you got hit and cowered in a corner. You fought back. These are the things that you reason and bargain with yourself that allow you to stay in this level of toxic relationship. And so, as much as I would love to say that that was the last time that he spoke to me in that way, and that was the last time that I received it, that would not be the truth. We were together for another year and a half, and I accepted his marriage proposal.
Now, see, you was in it, accepting marriage proposal and everything. Come on now.
And a lot of you would probably be asking, why would you do that? Why would you accept the marriage proposal of this man that was so abusive towards you and unfaithful towards you and really bad at it? Like, I found out everything all the time, and I don't really have an excuse for it other than I was addicted to him. Was working at BET at the time when we were dating, and more than once observations were made about bruises on my body and how skinny I was getting, obviously from the stress. And people had voiced concern for me, but I just shooed them away. We tussle. It's fine. No problem. But there really was a reason for concern. I stayed through it all and accepted the marriage proposal. The final straw for me.
She still has yet to take any accountability for all of this. She hasn't addressed any accountability she's taken. Just basically stating what went on and continuing the story.
Was his reaction to finding out that my mom was ill. I had gotten a phone call while I was out with him and his family, and he was acting up.
See how she's building the case for the big bad wolf the whole time? Building the case for the big bad wolf. Stacks on something else that he did wrong.
As per usual. And I got a phone call from my aunt telling me that my mom had been rushed to the hospital. I was in Texas. So in order for me to rush home to see my mom, I would have to leave Texas, go home to New York, pick up my passport, and then go to Canada. And when I told him what was going on, obviously I was looking for empathy and sympathy and compassion, and that was not what I got. It was on this day that I finally could see the forest for the trees. If I stayed in this relationship, in 10 years, I would have that white picket fence, and I would have the 2 kids, and I would be an abused woman, hiding her bruises and her broken bones and her scars from her family and her friends.
Can you like shake some ass or something maybe? Like that, damn, like
Man.
this shit. This bitch goddamn boy. Like,
And the whole time,
really?
and the whole time, she fails to say, "I shouldn't have been in a relationship with this guy." That's all she has to say.
Or I shouldn't have gotten in a relationship with a guy that I lust after the first moment I put my eyes on them.
This is all we talking about, ladies. Healed ladies out there, please listen and hear. Hear, please. Listen and hear. Notice what Max just said. I should not have got in the bed, lusted after this guy. That I was just within mid-seconds of meeting him and hearing his voice. I'm already thinking about being pow driven.
She
Why not just-
literally, yeah, like, and that's not me lying on her. That's her. She's literally said, "I literally saw the most gorgeous man I ever seen in my life."
The crooked tooth, and I love this nasty draw.
He had a thick Louisiana accent. He was
Huge. He
yeah.
was 6 foot this, and his skin was the color of Georgia red clay. That's what she said. Instantly moist. She got moist. She got moist.
His skin was tough but smooth like buttermilk. I'm like, all right.
Malado. Ella tuviste malado. Malado, coño.
And society at large, because I was a forward-facing media personality / model. My mom's sickness was, strangely enough, a blessing in disguise. And that relationship came to an end. And that was the first full engagement. So 1.5. So that's where we are right now.
So all it took for you to get out of the relationship that you were stuck in, that you was being abused in, that you stayed in, was for your mom to get sick and you go visit your mama. So basically what you're saying is all it took was you to visit your mama. So if you would just be like, shoot, I need to go visit my mom.
Hold on now. There's a fucking pattern now.
Okay.
There's a pattern. If you
Just
haven't,
play the tape.
we ain't gonna talk about it yet, but play the tape. Let's get
Play the tape.
Yo, I'm gonna blow your mind with this shit whenever I finish.
Okay, okay, let's play the tape.
Any advice for any beautiful women out there to try and make it? Any advice you have to give? Because I know it's a hard struggle.
Understand that there's no shortcuts and there's a lot of sacrifices involved in this game that nobody will ever tell you. That you're asking for a lot when you want to become, as visible as, some people on this continent or for that. Yeah, exactly. The right way. It's just be careful. Like, be careful what you wish for.
When I was 20 years old, I had this boyfriend. His name was Tony Smith. I can say his name because, you could throw a...
All right, so we going back. Now she's going back before those two relationships. She's going back to the first one, right? Not the first one, but the one before the first one that she talked about. So y'all ain't confused. She's going back. She said 20 years old. Now, the last one, remember, she said 28.
Rock and hit a Tony Smith. It may as well be like John Doe. He was from Greensboro, North Carolina. And he had come up to Toronto to play for the Toronto Argos, which is a football team in the Canadian Football League. And he had played in the National Football League, the NFL, for many years. And a lot of NFL players, when they're not ready to hang up their cleats, and not ready to kind of be put out to pasture, they'll come to the CFL. And so I met Tony at this festival called Carabana in Toronto. He was so beautiful. My God, instant attraction, obviously. And we started dating.
There's a pattern.
We genuinely liked each other. We liked each other to the point where we could say really, really offhand things to each other. For example, he asked me what my fantasy was. And I got this look on my face. And I said, well, a fantasy would be, I guess, a menage with me and you and somebody else. And he was like, another woman? I said, no. with another guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, a menage with 2 men and this 1 woman, that is a train. That is not a menage.
I don't consider it to be a train. I consider that to be a gangbang.
That's hilarious.
That's a gangbang. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, Google Gangbang Squad.
That is actually official. That is official pornographic nomenclature, folks. That is official pornographic nomenclature.
And I just showed you how. I just showed you my fucking age too, you assholes out there. Google Gangbang Squad. You'd be like, God damn, this nigga Max old. This nigga was downloading porn on dial-up.
Shit.
You should take weeks, nigga.
Really? He was like, do you have an idea as to who this guy is? I said, yeah. He's like, really? You have to tell me. I said, it's your best friend.
Hey, healed people, listen up. Vetting 101. If you have someone you are interested in or with, hopefully you have not gotten with them, but if someone you're interested in and you're vetting, and this subject comes up and they say, not even talking about the fact that they want to be gangbang, but when they express interest in one of your friends and you the one that want to be with them, that's a big ass red flag, folks. I'm just saying that is a big red flag. It is huge. Okay? So please pay attention.
And I expected him to maybe slap me. I don't know what, but he
simp activity warning, simp activity approaching.
Threw his head back and roared with laughter. And I was like, wow, that was not the response I was expecting. And he said, do you want me to make that happen? I was like, oh my God, that is so sweet. No, absolutely not.
What? That is so
It
sweet.
happened. It happened. It happened.
You think it happened, bro?
I know it happened.
You know it happened, bro?
Yeah, I know it happened.
Okay.
Not. It is just a fantasy. It is meant to stay there. But just the fact that you are open to it and don't make me feel shame for feeling this way. He was like, why would I make you feel that way? And Tony, I don't know. He maybe he was just an anomaly, but wherever we would go, no matter how scantily I was dressed, he would let me move around the party as I felt the need to and interact with anybody. And he would just sit there and just watch me with a smile.
Ain't that some bitch shit?
I mean, he knew she was old. Why he go?
Yeah, that's what he knew. Yeah, he knew she was a hoe.
Yeah.
He knew at this point, he was just fucking her at this point. At this point, bro, he had already detached all when he asked her that question and the whole thing came out and said, you want me to arrange that shit?
Let it play out.
Shoot.
At one point, somebody stood next to him and asked him, like, aren't you afraid to let her walk around like that? And he was like, absolutely not. She's going home with me. I don't have anything to be worried about. And you want to know something? He was absolutely right. His level of confidence and knowing that I had eyes for nobody but him was what made him so much more sexy to me, so much more attractive, and made me like and love him so much more.
Yeah, just go ahead on and keep priming and priming the women of the day that listen to you to won't diss out the dudes that they'll be around or encounter. Bitch.
I wish that I could say that the vast majority of my relationships went like this, but they didn't. They didn't. I'm gonna take a sip of wine. I was raised as an only child. My father was a Rolling Stone, and I
Okay,
am the
hold on,
youngest of 11.
hold
But
on. Did she just like what happened? Like what happened? Why did they break up? What happened?
She didn't say. She went on to another subject.
Okay, all right.
I am my mother's only child. And
But here we go. Her father was a Rolling Stone, mother's only child. So she had other sisters and brothers, but they weren't with the same mother.
and I was raised in a 2-parent household, just me on my own. I used to wish constantly for a brother and a sister or a twin. It was around 6 when I figured out the twin thing was not going to happen. But I really wanted a brother or a sister because I was lonely. And I was smack in the middle of a very tumultuous marriage. Some of my earliest memories as a child are of my parents arguing and physically fighting each other. At one point, I was 5 and I got in the middle of my parents physically fighting each other. My mom was holding a glass pitcher above her head and was prepared to smash it on my dad's head. And I want to say that this was in defense of herself. This was her protecting herself. So, needless to say, my first introduction to marriage and how men and women, the expectation of how they interact with each other on a romantic level was very, 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 very traumatizing.
So are we paying attention, people? Dad, Rolling Stone, grew up in a 2-parent home, but he's a Rolling Stone. So I mean, he cheated on his mom, cheated on his wife, and they were an abusive marriage. So all of these things would make someone not want to even be married, right? But why are you accepting engagements then?
No,
And they didn't do anything.
No,
What?
you're getting there. The point I was about to make earlier is about to come up.
I'm gonna let you make it, brother.
To try to correct it. They didn't sit me down and explain things to me or apologize to me. I think that that's something that parents really miss the mark on a lot of the time, is that you are not perfect. You are human. And to be a human being is to err. And sometimes you do things to unintentionally harm your children or traumatize them, and they deserve an explanation and they deserve an apology. When my parents were not arguing with each other, they were staying as far away from each other as possible. And what that meant was I was left home alone a lot. So one of the main reasons why my parents never said no to me when I wanted another animal.
Abandonment. Dudes, my guys out there, don't ever date a woman that has any history of abandonment in them. I've done it. It is not pretty.
I had nothing but cats and dogs and birds and fish all over the house. I feel like animals saved me. It sounds strange. Like I'm like, Mowgli or something from the, what was that? What's that book called? The Jungle Book? Yeah, I'm Mowgli from the Jungle Book.
Disney watching bitches.
But yeah, that was my reality. My parents would come home late at night. The animals were the ones that took care of me. Thankfully, I didn't burn down the house. But this left an imprint on my brain as to the way that men and women interact with each other. And it left me with a very serious internalized distrust of men. I think that this is where I developed the disconnect of wanting to create progeny You know, I just did not feel that urge like other women have to have children. And it is definitely intertwined with what I witnessed from a very early age as to my parents and their dysfunction. I ended up getting an IUD implanted in my uterus. And when I say that sucker was Fort Knox, nothing was getting through that mofo. And it stayed in so long that it ultimately made the decision for me. But yet again, it's not like I felt any source of pressure. Which leads me to the last engagement when I was approximately 36, 37 years
Okay,
old.
pause it real quick.
And I'll be honest, I thought that I was in love with this man,
Hello?
but I wasn't. What I was
Hello?
traumatized from
Oh, he's
an
gonna get shot.
experience
I hear
that
you
happened
might
to
have stepped
me on
away.
a cruise ship where I was almost raped.
All right, I'm sorry, I had to step away. Hey, Max, did you hear a point you wanted to make? Because I heard a point I wanted to make.
Yeah, so
Go ahead.
did it I'm not sure Dragon, I might have missed it.
Hold on, I can go back. I think I know where I wrote.
incoming. Please don't go back. Oh my God, for love of God, do not go back to that shit. Fuck, dude.
It was when she probably mentioned the fact that she implanted an IUD, said that she I mean, from what I'm hearing from her, what she's saying, her experience in her life,
Nigga,
or why
you'll
she
have
didn't
to
want no
revise
kids.
it. You have to revise
Huh?
it. Please.
Why?
Nothing. This
What, man?
boring bitch. This bitch is
Yeah,
so
she's
fucking
boring as hell.
boring.
Yeah, she's
Oh
boring
my
as hell.
fucking God.
Most pretty. Have you have not noticed that most pretty women don't have no personality, bro?
Because they
No
don't
personality.
have to
They don't have to
develop
have.
a personality.
They
That's the
don't. They
thing.
really don't.
The reason why women are gonna watch her is because they want to be her, and the reason why men are gonna watch her because they want to fuck her. That's the
Pretty
only
much.
way. That's the only reason why she has a following. But
And you know what?
outside of that,
I actually really appreciate the women that recognize that shit about themselves and just keep it real. You know you ain't got no
yeah,
fucking talent.
boringness that works in a fucking marriage.
It does work.
Because why? Because that man, he tend to not really going to give a fuck what you say, and so he's just going to listen and just be like, "Oh, okay, baby."
Because he
That's
want that
what's up.
pussy later. Because he want that box.
Well, or that's what most weak men do. Most men that I know,
You know they're
they'll
gonna
be
get that
like,
box anyway.
most men, like my uncle, he'd be like, "Yo, you got friends for this shit." Like, why you talking to me about this? I just want to talk to you about it, baby. I'm like, babe, you got friends for this shit. It's gossip. I don't want to hear this shit. But yeah,
Sure them
so
don't.
there's a point that I'm not sure if I missed it, but it talks about her mother. And it talks
Uh-huh.
about how her mother runs away from the Catholic Church, runs away from the church.
No, I don't think you missed that. You
And
didn't miss that part. You didn't miss that part, I don't think.
okay, and so her mother didn't want to bring up anything. Now the pattern I said is that even when she was a kid, she ran away. Like she ran away from, like she didn't want to deal with this stuff that
She didn't want to be abandoned anyway. Most people
yeah.
that deal with abandonment, they run away and they try to abandon the person that they think's going to abandon them first.
And so that's she remember the first relationship. When he was out of town, she packed up all her shit and
Got the
left.
fuck on.
Second
Yep.
relationship, she probably broke up with him while he was
Touring if it's allegedly Flow Rider.
no, like whenever she went with her mother, she probably broke up with him over the phone.
Yeah, over the phone. Yep.
And so there's no accountability there because when you break up with somebody in front of their face, there's some accountability right
It
there
sure
in their
is.
face.
So she can't take accountability, folks, and she abandons people.
And she has
Abandonment
abandonment
issues.
issue.
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, folks, my ex-wife, abandonment issues. It's not pretty, man. It is not
Yeah,
pretty,
so
man.
I dated a girl who had abandonment issues and shit. You
Healed
seen what
people.
happened?
Healed
Yeah.
people. Recognize these traits in people. Healed people. Sit back and observe someone's actions, how they act in certain situations. I am a person that believes that when you want to date someone, you need to see them through all 4 seasons of the year, if there are still freaking seasons where you live at. Georgia, you get all 4 seasons in a day, and some folk they'll jump in a relationship that quick too. You got to see how they react to the way the
Honestly,
moon freaking changes people's, the way they act too. Their cycles. Chicks go through cycles every month. You got to
as a person
heal
who
guys. Come
deals
on now.
with who has been who basically are in long distance relationships, communication and being honest with the you gotta be able to learn how to give honesty feedback, and you gotta also be able to take honest feedback too.
Amen, brother.
And
Amen.
so what the shit is that, like I said, the pattern is, and don't get it twisted. Like, you can have abandonment issues and have a successful relationship. It's a thing just called getting
Accountability.
therapy first.
Yeah, they
You
got to be
gotta get
accountable.
therapy. Gotta
Before
work on it.
therapy, they got to be accountable to recognize that they got a problem in the first place in order to go see. Because I'm gonna tell you, I am a person that was involved with someone that did not have accountability, but still went to therapy.
It was
They
like
only
it
went to
was
therapy because of me.
yeah, and so you gotta do a lot. You gotta work
Soul
on
searching,
yourself. You
soul
gotta
searching, folks.
you gotta work on yourself. You gotta figure out different ways of dealing with your issues. So sometimes therapy ain't gonna be the complete solution. Therapy might be one part of the process. And for you fuckers who don't believe in goddamn therapy, think therapy is just a fucking scam, I see why your life is fucked. Because
Shit.
and
Yeah, their life is
because
shit.
I talked to a fucking guy who he was like, yeah, he don't believe in therapy and shit. And I was like, are you an athlete? And he was like, yeah. I was like, what sport you play? He's like, you play football. I was like, what's the highest level? And he was like, I play college football. I was like, okay, well, can I ask you a serious question? He's like, so why the fuck did we have coaches? And he was just like, what do you mean, why did we have coaches? I was like, well, why did we ever have coaches? We were athletes and we could do it ourselves. Why did we have coaches? And he was like, well, by us having coaches, coaches used to point out issues, like, point out flaws in our technique that we needed to work on, show us our weaknesses so we could be a better player in our position. And I was just like, did you catch the clue? Why therapy is not a scam? Did you catch the clue? I was just like, bruh, therapy is basically, she's a therapist she's a therapist who went to school to learn how to deal with other people's fucking problems. Doesn't mean they might be able to solve their own problems, but they study for a 4-year degree to learn how to fix other people's problems by giving them their basically helping them to solve their own problems by giving them the tools and information that you're not going to fucking get just by Googling it. You feel me?
Very useful to go to therapy.
So
I've been in therapy.
yeah. So you fucking fools who think therapy's a scam, no offense, but that's kind of a way how a child would think it. Think as like the therapist is your goddamn coach. Your brain is the fucking athlete.
Yep.
'Cause I used to think
Anything that gets
therapy was a
hurt,
scam.
anything, and folks, I'm in the healthcare industry, and anything that gets hurt, injured on your body, you need some way to have therapy be given to it so they can recover and heal. Like, I was in therapy over my divorce, and I called it the 3 R's. I I had to reflect on what happened in the relationship. I had to relate to what happened in a relationship on both sides. Then I had to release the trauma of the relationship in order for me to move on.
Yep.
That's what we got to do, people. We can't end up like this. Can't end up like this.
And I could not be in the room alone with my own shadow. I was so traumatized by what had happened to me that when this man appeared, he was offering safety and security. He was physically huge, but he also came with a very secure lifestyle and a lot of security. And so I felt safe. And that's the only thing I was looking for. I was looking for safety. And so I lied to myself. And it was very easy to do that, to just dive in head first, forget the rocks below. And during the process of this relationship, I started to realize that I was losing myself completely and totally. Friends had started to notice, Mel, you're paying a lot of attention to his career, but what are you doing about
Flow Rider.
yours?
That's Flow Rider.
And I didn't want to hear it.
Regardless of who it is, man, I'll keep hearing this pattern come up too. The selfishness. The selfishness. I'll keep hearing it come up over and over and over again. The selfishness. What about my career? What about this? What about that? Didn't you just say he was providing you with safety and security and a lifestyle? Didn't she just say that shit?
Yeah, she's talking about Flow Rider, bro. That's Flow Rider.
Well, regardless, she got everything she wants and still she's not pleased.
I actually did not want to even hear my own name. I didn't know what it meant to be Melissa Ford anymore. I had no clue. The sound of my own name gave me goosebumps, and not in the best way. I was having a massive identity crisis. And so when he proposed, he didn't even get the full words out before I said yes, because I was running from myself. I was running from my truth. I was running from the healing journey that was on the horizon. I was running, and I was trying to put the blinders on. But there was always that internal sense of that steel core of resilience and tenacity inside of me that said, Melissa, this is not your truth. This is not your path. This is not it. And as
guys, that's healed. When women start saying your truth or my truth, that's a big red flag too.
scary as it was to keep trying to align myself with my internal compass, obviously, you make all these decisions, but it's got to bring you back pointing due north, which leads me to where I am now, 48, child-free, and never been married. And honestly, with zero regrets.
Did you ever decide to?
This chick said zero regrets. Zero regrets? I doubt that. She's capping. This chick capping. Oh my gosh, she is capping. Oh, I wish I had a blue cap. I'll put it on right now.
To freeze your eggs?
Yeah, the freezing eggs conversation came up around.
We ain't got to listen to the rest of this shit, man. We ain't got to listen to the rest of this shit.
She should have. See, she had the pick of the motherfucking litter from the top. She didn't say
more than once.
anything.
More
She
than
didn't
once,
say-
bro. More than
She
once.
didn't say anything about none of the dudes were broke.
She
So
only
it
said
clearly-
one of them actually. She only said one of them actually was physically abusive. So the other two was just her trauma not being dealt with. Her trauma made her behave the way she did. Pretty much just leaving shit that was very secure for her.
So, which one was physical abusive?
The one where she said she went to go visit her mom because her mom was had cancer or something. And they were
Okay,
saying that she
so
was working around BET and she had bruises on her legs and she looked like she was losing
she
weight.
should have married the guy who fucking the guy. Here's the guy who she should have married was the one who didn't care about her sleeping with her homeboy. She should have married that nigga.
I think that was the one that
That cut
which
off
one?
early, and
Yeah,
I know why it cut off early because she can't not finish that story probably without fucking crying because she
probably
knew
not.
she probably fucked up.
Yep. She cut it off. She gave no explanation of what happened.
Yeah,
None whatsoever.
and so my thing is that guy was the one she was supposed to marry. She knows she should have married, but being her, she doesn't. Honestly, she doesn't use her fucking brain. So hey,
Nope. And therefore, people, she is the honey scam 304. Yep, she's the honey scam 304. We're gonna switch up here, man. We're gonna switch up here. Hold on, bro. Let's go to. I don't know if you saw these. I looked at these, man, because remember you was talking about.
no offense, bro.
You was
But what
talking
a
about.
fucking waste, bro. What a fucking.
I know,
waste of
right?
money, bro.
I know, right? Fucking race, man. Fucking waste,
Fucking
bro.
pathetic. You're fucking 48 years old and you still haven't fucking got it. It's fucking pretty pathetic.
I was looking at a video that you made to Joe Budden, right? And you made a comment about Melissa Ford. You and her dated?
I mean, I smashed. Nothing to write home to mother about, as they say, old school shit. But she was a video chick in the Made Men video we did with the Locks. I flew in from Canada. Wasn't too much to brag about. Only reason I brought her up is because while he's sitting there trying to clown me, she's sitting there trying to be Miss. You ain't saying nothing. How come you didn't say nothing? Like, nah, me and Zeno's cool, me and Z's cool. Nah, all right. Since we in the time of blasting, we're gonna blast your ass too.
Right. Yeah, I didn't know that, man. But you made a comment, about her being dry in the video. What you mean by that?
As a Canada Dry.
Check this out, folks. Say, I don't know about y'all, but chicks that's lacking the malado down there in the coño, they ain't want it, man. They not.
Nah, man, you got nothing bad. We hooked up, you know what I'm saying? She was a video chick. I'm sure she hooked up with a lot of artists.
But when you say dry, do you mean like the sex was dry, or do you mean like
the vagina?
Yikes! Yeah.
That's enough of that one. Oh shit! What's this one right here?
It's got to bring you back.
Hello?
How many times have you been proposed to? Here we go. Check this out.
Two and a half.
Wait, what's a half proposal?
The half proposal is I found the ring and booked it out of there. Like, oh no, he's gonna make this super public, and I would have to say no because I don't want to marry this person.
Once again, folks, she ran away. So
I was like, rather than this be a humiliating experience for both of us, yeah.
How come you were never married? And I know for a fact there are a lot of guys who are in love with you, who know you, don't know you, whatever. I mean, you're very lovable.
I think so.
What?
Why would she
shut your simp ass up?
Be with the guy that ultimately she doesn't want him to propose and marry her, to the point to where she just completely booked up. Because when he asked her about the 2.5 and then he asked her what a half, which I got to give him some credit, even though I don't necessarily care for him. Apparently, he has the type of relationships to where he can, you know what I'm saying, interview the people that we reviewing on his platform. So definitely gonna link back to his platform in order to get a content creator's credit, regardless of whether I agree with him or not. But he asked a good question, and he said, "What is the half?" And she said she found the ring and she booked it up out of there because she knew he was gonna make it a thing and propose, and then she would have to basically turn him down. But we not asking the question. The real question is, why would you be around, and possibly be sleeping with, which, come on now, like, if he's in a position where he's going to be proposing and you find a ring, means that, y'all really in something serious. Why would you even be in a situation with somebody that you're not going to marry in the first place? And these are the type of psychological games that women play.
What was we just talking about earlier about making the right choices and vetting better? Weren't we just saying that? We were.
Play these games and act like, you know what I'm saying, they with you for a certain reason. And in reality, they with you for a short season, and it's not yours, it's just your turn. But it's going to be somebody, some simp out there, I'm sure, I'm positive. It's always a simp out there. It's always somebody out there that wants to make an honest woman out of a woman that's already turned down and walked away from, probably multiple different times, the guy that they were supposed to be with in order for them to do what they wanted to do. And so you was just temporary. You was a stop.
Remember, she already said, folks, several times, I wanted to experience several men, different men, options. Fellas, this language that they use, these are the women you stay away from. I want to expand my options. I want to experience different men, freedom. I want to be tied down. I'm stifled.
She never seen you as anything. She just used you for whatever it was that she was using you for at the time. And it could be anything. It could be resources. It could be sex. It could be money. It could be emotional support. Whatever it is, she was leveraging and using you to get the most out of you. And that's where the half comes from.
How come you never got married?
I don't know. I've through the therapy that I've been going through recently, I've discovered I might be a commitment phobe.
Really?
Maybe.
Recently. Hold on.
Yes, she said recently.
Yeah, and if you want to learn where she got this shit from, she got it from her mother. Because
bet
it was
she
the
did.
fact. Because it was the fact that her mother ran away from the church, and because her father, because I guess because that's how her parents met, or her parents were in the church. Regardless, that's like when her mother ran away from the church, and it's kind of it's kind of you can see that her parents weren't really involved in church. They probably had like her dad probably had a religious aspect. And so that's the reason why she's like she's a wild, feral, beautiful woman out there. It's just the fact that she has no type of discipline or structure. Because
Yes,
discipline
Chad.
would have, even if she wanted to sleep around, some form of discipline would have been like, you know what, I shouldn't be in a relationship with this man if I have these urges.
Well, unfortunately, man, doesn't seem that she has the ability to see herself outside of the situation.
And it's funny, women love talking about consent, talking about consent this and bullshit. But whenever it comes for a woman decided to do stuff that doesn't benefit them, then consent goes out the fucking window.
Yeah,
That man did not consent for you to play games with him.
he sure didn't. He surely did not.
He did not consent that you abused his time. Then you probably also just came from Canada. You probably was
Still an illegal immigrant.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, she was living with him. Remember, she left and she packed all her shit and put it in storage. So you financially abused him also.
Yep.
Then you could open him to so many different forms of STDs because you thinking that way. Do I think you use protection every single fucking time?
She had an IUD put in. When I don't know when she had the IUD put in, but she had IUD put in, and she said that shit was Fort Knox. Nothing getting through it. So that means that it's been tried and tested. So she's at 48 years old saying she had IUD in. The IUD made the decision for her because she put it in too long. So there she is being pretty much irresponsible about her own body because she don't even know how long you're supposed to put it in. So she had an IUD in, and she's telling you at 48 that it was like Fort Knox, which means she probably had a lot of unprotected sex, bro. A lot of unprotected sex.
Beauty is a woman's gift and their curse at the same time.
At the same time.
Because beauty is going to get you in places where you're not going to be able to get into as a man. But beauty also will not keep you in those places. So, example, say if she would have just said, you know what, fuck her friends, what her friends have to say, fuck her feelings. She could have just, you know what, hey, I'm just gonna rock out with this. Been married to Flo Rida, and won't have to worry about a missing meal in her life because of the fact that Flo Rida is still every single time I go to a club that's paying the top 100, Flo Rida still get played, nigga.
This nigga met her at age 37, bro. She all used up, man. All used up. Sterile. Notice she said all used up, sterile. Basically not even being able to offer a man the things that the majority of men consider sacred when it comes to a woman. Her chastity and her fertility. And they ain't had neither one of those.
Only thing she got is beauty.
And it's fading quickly. Less of it, and it's fading quickly.
Yeah, like
and Flo Rida was willing to be like, baby, let's rock out. Let's do this thing. And she said no.
Didn't Flo Rida get with somebody else?
I think he is with somebody else.
Shit, who is he with?
I don't know. I gotta look that up, man.
Oh,
he's not married, bro. He's never been married.
What is Flo Rida's relationship status?
He's single at the moment.
Single. Okay. He brother's single.
He's been linked with several different women though.
I guaranteed you though, whenever it's time for him to settle down, motherfucker gonna be like goddamn
Phoenix White from 07 08.
Al Pacino. Didn't Al Pacino have a baby at 80, nigga?
Brenda Song in 08, 09. I don't know. Brandon Norwood in 09 to 10. Eva Marcel 10 to 11. He was with Melissa Ford 2011 to 2012.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. But yeah, and so this I'm sorry, bro. She should have.
What's that? 2012? 2012? Hold on.
Yeah,
we do a really
his love life, nigga. We don't need a rundown.
Hold on, no. I'm trying to check something real quick. I'm checking something real quick because we the same age. Me and Melissa Ford are the same fucking age. Hold on, real quick.
Why you look so old then, nigga?
Shut the fuck up, nigga. 2025, 2012. Yep. Hey, bro. It was Flo Rida. She was 35. She was with Flo Rida.
So
that's the age. She said she tried to throw us off the scent with a couple years here, a couple years there, but yeah. Yep.
Fucking pathetic. Absolutely fucking pathetic. See,
she said they were doomed because they had nothing in common. But then she just said when she was 30, man. Unless there's a
I
whole
would
nother nigga.
I wouldn't say anything if she was like I wouldn't have an opinion on Melissa Ford if she was quiet. I'm not. Hold on. If she was honestly, if she wasn't loud and wrong, and she just learned how to shut the fuck up, like some of these other womanists, because they're not considered to be feminists no more. They're womanists.
They craziest. They the craziest. That's what they are.
The fairy tale never happened, but I don't think that I pursued it either. You know, like I was just a huge part of my life was just
Dude,
flying by the
fucking
seat of my
go,
fucking
bruh.
pants.
Fuck.
I can't stress this enough. I am a fully functioning adult now. Like I'm a property owner. You know, the shit's wild. I just traded in my Jeep for like a new car. Like I'm doing all this
What'd you get?
adult shit. I got a Genesis.
Okay.
Yeah, like
A very
Oh, you
nice
wanna hear-
car, might I
Look.
add. I like the Genesis brand.
Congratulations. Something a normal fucking adult do. Niggas in their 20s does it. Congrats. Am I supposed to applaud you for being a regular? Am I supposed to applaud you for being a regular human being? Congratulations.
That's
Like I
right.
said, bruh, y'all just need to learn how to shut the fuck up. For love of God, shut the fuck up and stop the goddamn cat.
Y'all stay away from people like this, please. This is why we say women, when men talk about y'all opening your legs and shit, this is what we be trying to tell y'all. This is what y'all all look like to us. The ones that actually have a little bit of a face to them that ain't unattractive, but y'all booger wolves out there that be doing this shit too. This is how y'all look to us, man. Craziness. It's like you knew good and damn well he had 7 baby mamas before you. You had to be number 8. So like what's Sierra? People want to come to Sierra's daggum defense. Why? She wasn't Future's first baby mama. She wasn't. Come on now. And every chick that get involved with Nick Cannon. Come on now.
But Nick Cannon's the fucking problem. Future's the goddamn problem, though.
They're the problem.
Yeah, but they're the
We
problem.
just mentioned 3 guys. How many women are involved with them 3 dudes? You got you got Nick Cannon. That's 12 women, or even maybe 11. I can't remember the count. Cam Newton. That's 7, because I think got one has 2 babies by him. That's 7. So what we at 17, 18 now? And then what's the other guy we mentioned? Future.
Future, yeah.
He got like what, 8 baby mamas?
Yeah.
So now we upwards about what, 25? 25 women, 3 dudes. Come on now. You can't make this shit up. But the guys are the problem. When it's more the women making the bad decisions. Y'all miss me with that
Not
shit.
only bad decisions, but they leaving goddamn contact clues, luggage, fucking basically children of children from their fucking failed relationships. So
And,
yeah.
and the ladies that involve themselves with somebody that's a public figure has literally no excuse. You are literally just going after them for the bag. You know you can get you something out of it. That's why you're going for it.
I didn't know he had that many baby mamas.
This nigga's on Google. This nigga's on Google.
Like his number one hit said you talking about how he had a menage a trois with his 3 baby mamas on Molly and Percocet. Fuck you talking about?
Yeah, man. I mean, come on. What kind of level of stupid do you have to be? No, I understand why they came up with the word retarded, because you was tarded, but then when you made that damn decision, you was retarded. God dang.
Magma lineup. I'm really into the whole car thing and the animal thing. That's pretty much what dominates my algorithm is the animal stuff, the hunting, what's going on, wild safaris in Africa, wild dogs, tigers, hippos, all of that stuff.
Actually,
and then the
I
other
have a
side
lot
of
of
it
that shit
is
too.
car
And
stuff.
food.
So everything related to cars, every new car that's coming out, old schools, looking at street racing videos, this versus whatever. So very, very nice car, might I add.
I was like looking at Mercedes. I was looking at all the shits, and I was like, I really think I like this. I just want to pare things down and just make things like real
So
simplified
now
for
you're
myself
a
right now.
responsible adult.
Now I'm a fucking responsible adult, who's
Ladies go out, get their walls smashed all through their 20s, and then settle down and think a man wants them. You are used up. You have had more boots to wipe their feet on your welcome mat of your pussy than the fucking Georgia Dome, bitch. They had been wiping their boots all on your fucking welcome mat.
God damn, you sound like you sound like old school Obsidian right there.
Hey, that came straight off the dome, man. Hey, I'm trademarking that right now. You done had more boots to wipe their feet on the welcome mat of your pussy than the Georgia Dome.
Nigga, you basically sound like these men. They trash your community. They trash your pussy. I'm like,
oh God.
Yes,
she is the typical woman of the community.
Y'all don't want no shaming. You know what? Fuck that. I am Judge Dredd. I am the law. You
Trying
should
to tell
feel the
you, baby.
cold-faced judgment oozing off of my face. That's that nigga old school city right there. That's the old school city right there, boy.
Hey, dog. I'm trying to tell
I
you,
am
man.
the
Hey,
law, bitch.
I'm trying to tell you, man. She done had more people push her buttons than the ATM outside of a fucking bodega, nigga. Seriously.
That's a lot of fucking people. And it's New
That's
York.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And ain't nobody washing their hands, bitch.
I don't wash my hands either.
You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker.
fiscally responsible. She's all kinds of responsible, and she's planning. Wow.
I bet she ain't damn responsible with that box still.
What's responsible knowing that the average life expectancy for a woman is 82 years old?
Well, the average life expectancy for that box is about around 50.
The average life expectancy for a man is, we're talking black folks, is 62. And that shit doesn't seem like it's increasing. That shit seems like it's going down.
Well, thank goodness they banned the red dye number 9 today. RFK Jr. already making a nice little influence. That maybe, we may start getting a little bit more healthier, bro.
And so, yeah, like these people. But
moving on.
Okay, just fucking what? Listen, I was 42 years old when I got my first credit card.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Huh? Huh? It's not too hard to believe when you got a pretty face. Motherfuckers probably been paying their bills and buying their shit all their life.
Yes. Okay.
Wait, how did you pay for shit before that?
Cash was king. And I never knew when I was gonna fucking have it.
I've counted just in this short clip that we were reviewing that she says fucking at least 4 times. Like, I would imagine that she's probably paring it down because she's being interviewed in a general.
And what Anton is referring to, healed men out there, is women with class don't have trashy mouths. That's what he's referring to.
Yeah, and so, like I said, bro, the man she should have had married was the
Super simp.
freaky ass, the simp freaky ass nigga. The guy she needed to marry was the first dude.
Yeah. The one that said ain't nobody else gonna love you like I love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she trying to say that was kind of like abuse. I'm like,
She had
trying to
3
make it
dudes
seem
she
like-
could have married, bro. She had 3 dudes. Flo Rida.
no, technically she had 4 dudes. She talked about 4 dudes.
Yep. This women out here don't even never get goddamn proposed to. They just look like a goddamn slut monkey.
This bitch got the infinity stones of rings.
This shit out here, she's the Thanos of engagements.
Bitch
This-
collect the ring, engagement rings like infinity stones. Can't make.
I'm
this
trying
shit
to tell
up.
you. This chick is the Jedi, has the Jedi mind trick of relationships. Trying to tell you,
But-
bro.
A lot of these.
But they gonna say men are but men still are the problem. Well, men built the world the way it is. Oh, shut the fuck up.
Basically.
These women are potty mouths. They say words with their friends and behind the scenes, and they talk a certain way, but then they switch it on and they switch it off for you.
Business is feast, famine,
It
feast,
sure
famine,
is.
feast, famine.
It
So,
is.
you know, like that was meh. And also remember, I'm a Canadian citizen, so it wasn't exactly that easy for, anybody who comes from another country to just get credit. Doesn't
Wait,
really happen
what's
like
the
that.
longest relationship that you've had since you're a commitment phobe?
It's a lot of
4
relationships.
years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
4
Feels
years.
Really long,
4 years.
really long time ago.
I mean, you must.
4
Dude,
years.
that's the
no
guy she
marriage.
cheated on.
Yep, that's the one she cheated on. She said she with him with 3.5. 4. It's 3.5, 4. But chick can't remember. She don't even know how many dicks she didn't have in her mouth in the last 2 weeks. She don't remember that shit.
Remember, the longest relationship she had now, y'all, was
3.5,
the guy
4
she
years.
cheated on. She was probably a habitual cheater
Mm-hmm. Yep.
because
He was remember that's the one he was giving her Tiffany. Wasn't that the one he was giving her Tiffany bracelets and shit?
I don't know.
I think that's the one. Yeah, she's a
But-
habitual cheater too, huh?
But
You think she's a
Shawty,
habitual? You think she's a habitual cheater? I just think she just hot in the ass, man. That motherfucker just like to fuck. She's fucking probably a nympho. She's probably a fucking nympho, bro.
it's,
I think she just like to fuck.
you know what they saying? Nymphos is basically you're a nympho. You basically suffer from ADHD.
Wow. Well, has she said she suffered from ADHD? They'll let her know she a nympho.
Get asked out all the time.
I'm at home. I don't get asked out at all because I'm at home. I go from
You at home now. See, that's the caveat. You at home now. And I know in previous parts she talked about being a homebody and all of this stuff, but people was outside at one point in their life. We're not gonna forget that. And it's not that you can't change and evolve and become a different person or whatever. But you're still in the spotlight and you're still visible, but they be at home now because they be tired. They done already lived their life. They done already did what they, lived all of that. They done been in the spots, been in the clubs, been mixy, whatever it is that they want to define it as. They at the crib now and they ready to settle down at this point. Not really to get ready to give up the income because the visibility come with the income, but they ready to chill out now. It's a difference, bro.
work to home, and I might go do brunch with the girls. All these TikToks and reels where like girls are like, talking about how, well, shit, if I'm,
She's still going out with the girls getting them bottomless mimosas. She will still get split open by some fucking Tom, Dick, and Harry that she happens to encounter while she got them enjoying them bottomless mimosas, fellas. We are creatures of habit. Her ass still will get goddamn bent over. Best believe. Let me run into Melissa Ford. I'm gonna try to bend it over. That's all she getting. Recreation, nigga.
If I'm gonna actually start dating, I probably have to leave the house.
I
You know
have
what
to
I'm
meet a
saying?
man. I
Yeah,
have to talk to a
exactly.
man. Like I don't want to
Yeah,
talk
it's
to
like I totally fucking relate because I go home and I'm so comfortable there, and I'm so comfortable in like the life and the existence that I've created for myself, and it's just so scary out there.
But this is relating to one or two things that I do see women saying on TikTok, especially that if you want to date me, you're competing with me. And
Yes.
I like being with me. I like the things that I do. So to being with you has to be more interesting than me being with me. And it's probably not going to be.
I mean, at this point, you know,
Look at that time face, man, right here, dog. Look at this nigga face, man. I could just hear the crickets.
Speaking for a huge swath of women who are in my age group.
She been practicing that word swath for about a good 2 weeks, y'all. She's just trying to find a damn situation that she could use it in. And you don't say that on a regular basis, bitch. Swath. Who the fuck talks like that?
You know, a little bit younger, a little bit older. We're all highly functioning. You know, we're all highly educated. We got our own shit. We don't really need you for the things that women used to need men for.
Yeah.
We're doing it all on our own.
Then why are you still here? Why are you still trying to get involved? Why are you still complaining about the fact that y'all can't find?
I still can't get over the fact this chick says swath. No, this diamond doesn't laying on her back ass chick did not use the word swath, dog. Oh God, I can't get over that.
Find the men, or the men look at you a certain way. You know, I seen the video where she was basically her, Ebony K. Williams, and a couple other chicks that was on the panel, and they were complaining and whining and all of this stuff. Listen and be by yourself. Be like Whoopi Goldberg. Whoopi Goldberg, I have to respect her because Whoopi Goldberg at the very least said, listen, I don't want to marry anybody. I don't want to be in a relationship with anybody that takes away from my time, that's doing what I want to do. Cool. Because women have the freedom to do what they want to do. And so because, you know, she don't have any small children or any broken households at this point or anything like that, do what you want to do. It's not a problem. Men have options. They can pick and choose where they want to go. They're not tripping about it. The question that I'm trying to understand is why are they not like Whoopi Goldberg, but they more like complaining about what it is that men want as far as Ebony K. Williams? I'm curious as to what you guys think. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. The link is in the description. I got a video dropping tomorrow. Also on top of that, I want you guys to let me.
Yeah, man. Oh, that chick crazy, man. That chick crazy, dog. I can't believe that chick, man, like that, man. Max, where you at, man? Max said, fuck this shit. Hey, folks. Well, anyway, it's been a good show. We about to wrap this thing up. It's getting there. I think Max is gone. I think Dragon is gone, but it's cool. So we're going to go ahead on.
Yo, you said what?
Yo, man. Yo, man.
What's up?
You all right, bro?
I got a phone call.
Oh, okay. But yeah, man, we pretty much wrapping it up, though, man. Folks, don't be like Melissa Ford. Please don't. Don't be a 304, ladies. If you really want to be with a man, if you really want to be with a man, you want a relationship, long last relationship, just don't be a 304. Now, if you don't want no relationships, you just want to get your walls destroyed until you close your eyes for the last time, fine. But do that though. Be about
But
that. Don't be about.
I'm gonna be honest with you, ladies. I'm gonna be real. I won't do that.
No, you don't
Look,
want to do it. I'm just saying, if you gonna do it, be about that.
Because
Don't be trying to act like you're not.
Because I can tell you about whenever I was a mover. I used to be a mover, right? I used to work for Two Man in a Truck, and it got to a point to where we were the ones that did the me and my homie fuck it. Me and my homie Raymond. We got to a point to where we were so highly requested that we were the only ones that were doing the retirement homes for like a good month. We did the retirement homes. Like it was just consistently us. Now I tend to do we tend to do retirement homes, but it wasn't as consistent as it was. So one thing I discovered, there's a couple of things I discovered while working at while I was doing a lot of moving people out at the retirement community was whenever a couple been married for such a long time and one person dies, that person who is living is not going to live not too long after that. Because it's that their hearts have their souls have entangled so much that their way of living is entangled with one another. And for me, I think that is probably one of the most beautiful shit you could ever experience. Is that your partner loves you so. Your partner loves you so much that y'all are so tied with one another that literally it's literally called a thing. It's called it's basically called a heartbreak syndrome, basically.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, bro.
And so that's basically what happened. Nick, what the fuck is this nigga doing, bro? You been driving like an idiot for the last 100 miles, nigga. Dumb fuck.
And once again, folks, we have another
so,
situation where he has a little bit of road rage situation going on over there.
So please stop saying this road rage. Please stop saying this road rage. No. Don't say this road rage, please. So, anyway, I learned that is a beautiful thing to experience. Then another thing I learned is that there's a lot of childless single women in those retirement homes. Those women, you can tell what type of life they live. They don't have people that never visit them. They never have visitors. Not only they never had visitors, but they tend to talk about life in the past.
And they all have
So
resting bitch faces.
And it showed me that these elder women, so I have no idea. It shows me that they live a life, when it came to near the very end, they regretted a lot of shit. There's a lot of shit that they regretted.
I worked in nursing homes, and I can be an eyewitness to this, folks.
When it comes to the men in nursing homes, honestly, there's not a lot of men in nursing communities.
Not a lot.
I don't experience a lot of men in nursing communities, and if there's one that goes against the statistics, okay, then, but that's not the norm.
They're usually trying to get at the nurses and the nurse techs, trying to fill on them.
And so the ones who tend to, and it's fun. The guys who are in the nursing homes, they tend to be fucking all the women.
They're frisky. They're frisky.
They're doing a lot of fucking in the nursing homes. And so it was like when the last old man I moved out, I'm glad to see a man who lived to be 97 years old, fought in World War II. I'm glad to see that he lived at least 1 month later. But that man, he was that old and still had his sense of humor. And he was like the only reason why I'm here is for me to be more comfortable when I die. And he said, like, he knew he was dying. He didn't have no
Regrets.
he didn't have no physical illnesses, but he was like, yeah, I'm moving here because I'm dying. And so it was just crazy that how a man that this old could still have his sense of humor and his charm and all that shit. And I'm looking at the elder women, and they're just fucking mean
as hell, dude. I didn't work
Mean as
even in
hell.
the hospital, bro. I got patients in the hospital, bro. Them elderly women, especially the elderly black women. Oh my God, they some bitches, bro.
And especially the ones who have kids and never been married. Those women, I can tell you this. The only relationship that they have is by weak simp men that they raise. Those are the only relationships they have. They don't have relationships with their daughters. They don't have relationships with their strong sons. And that is just bare minimum. Honestly, that's not the majority. Majority of those women, their kids do not talk to them. They only fuck with them, don't even deal with them. What you was gonna say, Sean?
What I was going to add to that was this. Being a healthcare provider, I encounter elderly people all the time when I'm at work because that's the population that I serve. Oftentimes, when you meet elderly women that are nice, that are black, they're widows. Most times, in my experience, 25-year experience as a healthcare provider. 25 years coming up on May the 5th. It's always a widow, an elderly black woman, widow. And the ones that's not widows, you can meet their husbands, they're not, and they still come in. And another thing I'm experiencing too, the white men that are married to black women that are elderly, the black women mean as fuck. And they just some beta motherfuckers. And then you have the smart black men I've seen have had some, and I'm in the country, white women, that's wives. Seen a lot of them babies come in too. Baby mama white, baby daddy black. In this my neck of the woods. And they happy too. I ain't seen not one unhappy black man with a out of his race wife. Not one, dog. Seen a lot of them with some Latinas too. Tell you, man. And in the nursing home, mostly elderly women. And the black women. The black ones are the meanest ones.
Yeah. Like my grandmother, she lives around us. She lives around them people. Cause she's in the older community, senior community. And she was like, I can't stand these motherfuckers, boy.
My grandma was a baby mama. She never got married. She had 2 baby daddies, and she was mean as fuck.
All my kids, all my grandma kids came from one woman. I'm sorry, all my grandmother kids came from one man, and that was her husband, late husband.
My daddy's side. On my daddy's side, sorry to interrupt you. On my daddy's side, my grandma, my granddad was married. Sweetest woman I've ever met, man. Now check this out. Both my grandmas were the same height. One was 4'11", one was 5 foot. The 5 foot one was my mom's mom. The 4'11" was my daddy's mom. She was the one that was married, had all her kids by one man, in a stable home, nice as fuck, sweetest woman you'll ever meet, like sugar walking around, man. And she had diabetes, no pun intended. My grandma on my mom's side, baby mama, 2 baby daddies, mean as fuck.
I never had an argument with my grandmother.
Me neither, but we bickered a little bit, but I was because I was trying to fuck with her.
We had disagreements, but I never could really say I have had a argument with my grandmother, which I would never tend to have an argument with my grandmother, but I have had more arguments with my own mother than disagreements with my mother.
Damn.
And look at it, my grandmother's been married for she was married for what, like 20 something years? I don't know, 17 years or some shit like that. They got divorced.
My mom's a widow, so
And she moved up to Connecticut with my auntie. And that's how they yeah. But my grandmother, she never got remarried. Honestly, I don't think my grandmother ever been in a fucking relationship after my granddad.
ladies and gentlemen, all of this to say, your relationship is only as good as your ability to decide who you should be with. Like, for instance, with my parents, right? My mom was the breadwinner. She made more money than my father. My father had a job. He brought in money. Had a very respectable career, but he came from another country. He was a refugee. He wasn't, he married her, but he came from another country. He never became a citizen. Even on my birth certificate, he put somewhere that he had never was not from. Guess he was scared to put where he was from on my birth certificate. I'm actually Puerto Rican, so it's crazy.
Somebody in the comments said your dad came from this shit.
Boy,
that was the language.
Boy, you stupid. But yeah, man. My father, right? He did not make as much as my mom. My mom made more money than him. Close to double what he made. Close. Not that. Pretty close, though. She never disrespected this man. Cooked every day except for Saturday. She was what you would call a hybrid woman that made more money than her man, but still treated him like he's the king of the house because he was. It's not just about providing money, women. It's about providing structure, guidance, discipline, spiritual direction. You have to account for all of that stuff in your home. But y'all looking for just money. Y'all looking for just lifestyle. Don't be that woman that's looking for just that. Look at the character of the man. Look at the character of the man.
I guess I bet you your mom probably lived off your dad's financial income.
Probably. She budgeted very well. She budgeted very well. Bro.
Instead of living off of her, how much money she makes, she probably did it off of how much money your dad made. So probably everything can still be more realistic.
Yeah.
And like
she took care of the bills and stuff. And he did all the stuff he was supposed to do. He always kept the cars running. This man built stuff with his hands. You know what I'm saying? He pretty much remodeled the whole like den of our home. My mom was talking about how he cleared it out. It was a garage. He made it into a den. And it's like you thought a damn construction company did this shit. My dad did this shit with his hands, man. Like, this is why I like working with my hands. You know what I'm saying? Cutting the grass. Everything. He did what he's supposed to do. So, ladies, y'all got to choose the right man.
But women nowadays thinking, well, he has to bring we can hire somebody who could do that, yada, yada, yada. And I'm just like, you're really missing the fucking point, though. You really do.
Why not be fiscally responsible? And if you can get it done yourself without having to pay somebody, take that money and put it in the crypto.
It's like my ex. The person who came there to look at her plumbing issue was going to charge her about $2,000. It cost me 30 minutes clearing some pipes out and plunging for 20 minutes.
That's crazy, man.
that was all I had to do. The reason why it was because there was a pressure. There were like the pressure was kind of like backed up into the bathroom, and so there was like a little bit. There was a clog somewhere between the pipes of the shower and sink 1 and sink number 2 in the master bathroom.
I'm following.
And so I literally had to plunge the toilet. I had to plunge the toilet. I had to plunge the sink, and I had to plunge the shower. And I had to go downstairs and plunge the toilet at the end so it could suck everything. And when I did that, it was funny, but all the drains empty at the same time whenever I went downstairs and plunged that toilet, because the pressure just got caught up in between the middle of the house to where it wasn't the water wasn't draining properly. And so when I fucking did that, a bunch of black shit came up from the fucking toilet. I was like, what the fuck? Ugh. And flushed that shit down, everything working fucking good. She came back so fucking amazed. Google, oh wow, I can't believe. And she's like, what happened? I was just like, hey, it took me about 8 hours, but I managed to fix it. I managed to fix everything.
Well, thank you for that very colorful description.
But what I'm getting to at is that, ladies, men tend to know different things. Even though I was guessing, I was just using my logic. I was just using logic. Logic told me if the toilet was still flushing, one of the sinks was still, there's a clog, when the shit started draining down whenever I flushed the toilet. I'm like, yeah, man, like I just used my logical brain. Her feelings told her to call a plumber because she was asking me for $2,000.
Damn.
I realized a long time ago when the woman mentioned money issues, that's her way of asking you for fucking money.
Yep, sure is.
Because women
Sure
tend
is,
to
bro.
not like to ask for money. That's universal.
You're
But
right
yeah.
about that, bro.
Well, yeah. But anything left?
Nah, man. I think we good, bro. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this up, folks. It's been a great show. Thank you, Dragon, for all your crypto advice. Thank you, Max, for all your commentary, man. And we're gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up, man. We just want to just give a shout out to, Melissa Ford stank ass for being an example of a woman that you don't need to be with. Remember, folks, guys, women, stay away from people that have abandonment issues. No, I don't work tomorrow, man. I don't work tomorrow.
Looks like we're going live again tomorrow, guys.
Yeah, we're gonna live again tomorrow, guys. So holla at you, folks. See you later.